This is TNA, the new face of professional wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special broadcast. Tonight marks the return of a glorious Sunday spectacle. It's an American tradition, a new national pastime. No, I'm not talking about football. I'm talking about TNA wrestling on pay-per-view. Tonight, far from the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field, all eyes are here at the Impact Zone. Tonight, before a worldwide audience, battle-tested veterans Raven and Rhino will engage in a battle of wills and smash mouth as they wage war for the prestigious NWA World Heavyweight Championship. But looming ever so precipitously will be the specter of the despicable Jeff Jarrett, a former champion with an unsavory reputation and dubious desires. And also tonight, you will see an unmatched display of pure, unmitigated athleticism as Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, and the phenomenal AJ Styles mix an aerial assault with a punishing ground game in a three-way battle for the X Division Championship. Just look at the incredible skills of that man right there, and there, and yet again, there. That young man is truly phenomenal. Yes, you will see everything this great game has to offer. Tonight, you will see sacks, tackles, violent collisions, personal fouls, unnecessary roughness, illegal use of the hands, and dare I say, the pounds! Pardon me. Ladies and gentlemen, all my rowdy, rambunctious friends are here tonight. Are you ready for some wrestling? And now, All Jacked Up presents TNA Unbreakable.
Tonight, Raven gets his wish. His NWA title defense against Rhino to be fought under Raven's rules. Plus, Samoa Joe, the phenomenal AJ Styles, and Christopher Daniels battle for the X Division Championship. It's next at Unbreakable.
The opening contest for Unbreakable live on pay-per-view is scheduled for one fall. About to make their way to the ring, the team of Elix Skipper, David Young, and Simon Diamond. They are the Diamonds in the Rough.
We kick things off at Unbreakable with six-man tag team action, and there's no question that Simon Diamond, the teacher, the mentor, has turned the careers of David Young and Elix Skipper. Well, he's turned them around. He's turned them in a very positive fashion.
He is the coach. He's got them all on the right path, and they are a cohesive unit.
3 live crew, we be dropping like bang. We still be getting right.
And their opponents, they are the team of PG James, Conan, and the Truth. They are the 3 Live Crew.
When it's me, the beat chisel. I'm working on that mic, can't you hear that whistle sizzle?
For months, the 3 Live Crew, in the midst of what I call a family feud, caused by the constant interference of Kip James, the former longtime tag team partner of BG James, but now the crew operating on all cylinders. They're finally on the same page. Don, sing along. 3 Live Crew reunited, and it feels so good.
Apologize, I doubted you for a second. Your alliance with Kip James, for that I'm sorry, my bad, dog. But you know what? Now we can do what we do best, entertain the best damn fans in the world, these TNA fans. So what I really want to know is, where my dogs at? Where they at? Yo, let me speak on this. Orale! Arriba la raza!
You know, it just can't be wrong when it feels this damn right. Now then, O-Town, see if you remember this one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the NWA TNA proudly brings to you its soon-to-be NWA Tag Team Champions of the World! Not one, not two, but the 3 Live Crew! Much love to the Dirty South!
Tell you what, Mike, it's a great feeling seeing those 3 in the ring again. They just have that charisma. They have that bond with the fans, and they are, like your Peaches and Herbs song that you were singing earlier, reunited, and it feels so good.
Remember last month at Sacrifice, Conan, Ron the Truth Killings, defeated Kip James and the Alpha Male Monty Brown, thanks to the special referee B.G. James, who proved to the world, who proved to Ron the Truth Killings and Conan that yes, he was loyal to the crew.
I'll tell you what, I was shocked by the decision. I was buying into it. Kip James was convinced that B.G. James was coming over to his side, but you saw how the crowd reacted. You saw how they felt about the situation. The roof came off when B.G. made his decision. But right now, he's got to deal with the diamonds in the rough. And think about it. You talked about it earlier. Elix Skipper, somebody a former tag team champion, is now under the tutelage of Simon Diamond, and he has found him, and he has got him back on the right path.
David Young quickly in, BG drops him with the right hand, and now comes out, drops the knee right across the chest of Skipper. Wood pin attempt, barely a 2 count before Simon Diamond, the coach, the teacher, in to make the save. Don, there is no denying that under the guidance of Simon Diamond, that the man in the ring now, David Young and Skipper, have noticeably improved their focus as well as their 1-loss record.
You know, that's a great point you made about the 1-loss record. I'm talking with Simon Diamond as you see the teamwork right there on David Young. And he's like, hey, do you ever hear anybody talking about David Young's losing streak anymore? No, because Simon Diamond's made him forget it. Because he's turned David Young back into the power force that he should be. Although right now, he's on the bad end of a 2-on-1.
Young and Skipper scoring victories recently on Impact. Heck, they even upset America's Most Wanted last month. Of course, that was thanks to interference from Team Canada. But it's almost as if under Simon Diamond, they're taking advantage of those openings that they never took advantage of before.
I'll say this, as you see Simon Diamond coming in, I think he sees the game plan kind of falling apart here early on. B.G. James gives the ball. Oh, look at that, Diamond trying to fire.
We've seen that before. That slap, you know, he talks about his coaching, and part of that combination of coaching is the fiery attitude of a Bobby Knight, and that's just what we saw there as the slap was an attempt to fire up Skipper, and you know what, look at that.
Well, it's a wake-up call. It was a wake-up call, and Elix Skipper heeded the call. Yeah, he had to slap some sense into him, obviously, according to Simon Diamond. Now look at this. Look at the aggressiveness of Elix Skipper.
What was Simon Diamond telling us earlier? He wants to duplicate the success of Charlie Weiss, the new head football coach at Notre Dame, which of course is Simon Diamond's favorite sports team.
Well, and if you and I didn't have to hear about it for about 5 hours today, but and I'll tell you something, that's gotten him motivated here for tonight, and you can see Simon Diamond right now going for the pin. As BG just gets the shoulder up, but look how quickly the momentum turned, and you know what? It happened right after the slap.
Definitely firing up the troops. That's part of the package. That's part of what Simon Diamond brings to the Diamonds in the rough.
I mean, it's an interesting matchup, these 3 that are now the Diamonds in the rough. You've got the brains in Simon Diamond. You've got the brute power and the spine buster of David Young, and we've seen Elix Skipper walk the cage. We know about his athleticism. If he figures out a way to channel that, they could go awful far in the tag team division.
Mid-ring collision. Both B.G. James and Simon Diamond collide. I think they hit heads. Both men down. Simon Diamond gets the tag in. David Young now legal. Opposite side. Here comes K-Dog. Conan's in as well.
This is the irresistible force of the immovable object right there. 2 big brutes in the ring, but Elix Skipper, oh, look at they're doing the Matrix. But it looks like it tossed him. He couldn't get out of it in time.
DDT by Conan. High hip toss that time for Simon Diamond from K-Dog. BG James in the ring. Felix Skipper out of the ring, courtesy of the clothesline. Conan's got the shoe off.
Oh, and you know what this means? Someone's gonna feel the brunt of it. Oh, rolls up. Oh, he didn't throw it! And that caught Simon Diamond off guard. Now he throws it right into the gut of David Young.
Face jam, K-Factor, follow cover, two.
Got it!
The winners of the match, the 3-Live Crew.
What we say? Reunited and it feels so good. That's the way you kick off a pay-per-view. They are rocking at a standing room only Impact Zone for the Crew, DW.
I'll tell you what, it was almost too much of a battle for the Diamonds in the Rough to keep, because when you've got a group that have been in turmoil for so long and they're back together, oh, it's almost like you can feel the karma. Nobody would beat the Crew tonight.
Good effort for Simon Diamond's team, the Diamonds in the Rough, but just not enough for the Crew. And hello once again, everyone, from ringside. Mike Tenay, joined by Don West. DW, wild action on our pre-show tonight as we saw wrestlers hit the ring. Jeff Jarrett, Alpha Male Monty Brown. We saw Jeff Hardy all come out. They all want one thing, a shot at the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion Raven. Let's roll that tape right now. What's this?
This is the Alpha Male Monty Brown. What's he doing right here?
You tell.
Pop into the ring right there, and he bailed, and he just turns around Clark inside out.
Caught him with the lariat.
Wants his shot out
Here it
there.
comes.
Oh, pounce! He pounced him all the way across the ring.
The former National Football League linebacker just caught.
That I officially challenge the winner of Raven and Rhino tonight for the NWA Heavyweight Championship at Bound for Glory.
Alpha Male.
Here he is coming out dressed up. He's not even supposed to be here.
Plain and simple, I think Monty did beat him to the punch. Let's hear from Jarrett.
Monty, I hope I didn't hear what I think I heard.
You heard what you think you heard. You heard exactly what I said.
Monty, you saw me in the back getting dressed.
And?
You knew I was coming out here. What, Monty, what are you even doing in my ring?
Firstly, Jeff, this is my Serengeti. What am I doing out here? Anything the alpha male feels like. You think we have a problem?
Oh, Kip James has hit the ring. The Alpha Male Monty Brown's tag team
We
partner.
have a problem.
Kip James obviously wants to keep Monty Brown motivated on the match that they have later at Unbreakable right here, Mike.
Uh-oh.
The NWA World Title is me, the King of the Mountain.
Jeff Hardy wants to be included in the NWA World Title picture, and here comes Hardy to the ring.
Well, he goes right at it, but Jarrett's there waiting for him. See, oh, and Hardy comes off the ropes hard. Oh, he's pulling Jarrett out of there
Kip
for his own
James
protection.
quickly to the ring to pull Jeff Jarrett away. Don, very interesting dynamic during that pregame countdown show. Jeff Jarrett in ring gear, not even scheduled for a match tonight at Unbreakable. I wonder what's going on. You know he's got some kind of a game plan. Boy, Monty Brown, he definitely wants a shot at the NWA World's Heavyweight title, and Jeff Hardy as well.
Well, they all realize after Raven that the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So they're all going out there letting everybody know they want to be the world champion. And that goes all the way down to Jeff Hardy.
Very special showcase matchup at Unbreakable. It's next. Let's go to JB.
The following contest is an X Division showcase about to make his way to the ring from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Aries.
Austin Aries, so impressive in his TNA debut last month at Sacrifice. You remember the online voting at TNAWrestling.com. You voted him as the independent wrestler that you wanted to see, and he was real competitive against Christopher Daniels.
His opponent from Tampa, Florida, this is Roderick Strong.
This showcase matchup is an indication did you like watching Austin Aries last month? We heard you wanted to see more of the top independent wrestlers from around the world, from around the United States in general, and Roderick Strong in particular. And yes, TNA has delivered this one-on-one matchup.
I want you to think about this situation we've got in the ring right here. These two guys are stablemates in Ring of Honor. Here in the ring, they're competitors. They have faced each other twice before. Austin Aries has come up victorious. So this is a situation where both guys with Slamming Saturday nights looming in the future are trying to impress TNA management. And like you said, the fans have asked for it, so we're giving it to you.
Roderick Strong, the young man from Tampa, Florida, only been wrestling for a little over 3 years against the 5-year pro from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Austin Aries, who grabs the side headlock. Back to the basics here for Aries, but quickly stuffed off into the side head scissors by Roderick Strong.
I'll tell you what, Roderick Strong, of course, some people call him the Messiah of the backbreaker. It's something that he likes to use. Oh, what a kick right there by Austin Aries.
Headstand immediately into the drop kick and right back to the side headlock.
He'll also be trying to get that Boston Crab because of the stronghold in there to finish off Aries. It's something he's never been able to get into him. I talked to him about it before the match. He said he's looking for a chance to finish him off and be victorious for the first time against Austin Aries right here in front of the TNA crowd.
As we saw last month in Sacrifice, Austin Aries is a southpaw. He's a left-hander. His forearms, his fists, his kicks, they come at you from very unfamiliar angles and directions. Quick attempt there at the Boston Crab that time, but the leg strength of Austin Aries is able to break the hold. I think Roderick Strong maybe went to the move too early, didn't have him sufficiently weakened.
I'll tell you what, it's nice to see Roderick Strong back in that ring. We got to see him a few times back in the Explosion days and in Impact also. But this is the big show right here at Unbreakable. This is the chance where thousands and thousands of people are watching you right now, and you can see Aries, though, seems to have the momentum. But look at the strength of Roderick Strong as he counters.
Aries tried to monkey flip him out of the corner. Strong able to put on the brakes that time, and now Aries charges at him and caught in midair by Strong. Oh, there is the backbreaker.
And look at this as he what a brutal toss into the turnbuckles right there. Roderick Strong showing his strength.
Goes for the pin, gets two. Wow, trying to put him away here in the early going. A near fall for Roderick Strong.
I'll tell you what I love, and this is what TNA does. They go out and get the best independent wrestlers in the world. You saw how the crowd reacted when both these guys came out. This is what they want to see. And TNA brings it to them.
Another near fall for Roderick Strong. Austin Aries, who was so competitive against the X Division champion, the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, even in defeat last month, on the receiving end of the offensive attack here from Strong. Going to take him up again, backbreaker across the knee.
I'll tell you what, he's so good with that backbreaker, and he hit it so clean. You know, you brought up the fact that, yes, Austin Aries had an incredible debut last month at Sacrifices. He goes for the pin, but still, he came on the losing end. He was telling me the worst thing he thinks that could happen is to lose tonight to Roderick Strong. And the first impression that people have are 2 losses. He'll do everything he can to keep that from happening.
How about the impact of that whip into the corner? Roderick Strong sending Austin Aries back first. And now check out this submission move.
Oh, look at that. Look at the torque from the back of the head. But look at Aries as he's using his strength. Oh, he almost got a pin out of that. Good counter, but again, Strong's got him.
Rolling cradle pin attempt, had his shoulders down. Only a 2 count, but then gets right back up to his feet and caught him with a vicious knee to the side of the head.
You know, Roderick Strong has just really been impressive out here. As once he got the momentum, and you can see now the knee in the back as he pulls back on the chin.
Well, it's just like you talked about in your scouting report. Going to work on the back of Austin Aries. He's going to work on his head and neck to try and beat him with a move like a Boston Crab or a backbreaker. Aries back up to his feet. Remember Aries last month against Daniels. We saw him use the brainbuster. We saw him try for that 450 splash. Wow! Aries springs off the ropes.
Here we go. 1, 2, no! I'll tell you what, every time it looks like Aries gets the momentum, Roderick Strong's right there to counter it.
Well, you're right. Aries tries to turn the matchup in his favor, and Roderick Strong has a counter for him. Maybe it's part of that familiarity, being stablemates that you talked about earlier.
Oh, nice elbow right there. Left elbow by Aries, but man, you can feel that chop and followed by another. Oh, but here comes Aries, and oh, look at these guys are just trading him back and forth.
Chop for chop, forearm for forearm. Oh, man, Aries caught him right in the chest. Then the forearm shot, another knife edge. seen that attack from Austin Aries from the southpaw side. The left arm lariats, the left arm forearm shots. Roderick Strong able to fight him off. Attempted a full Nelson, barely got the half Nelson instead. Rocking him, Aries, elbow shots, and boy, are those babies laid in there to the side of the head.
Sometimes you just gotta throw technique out the window. Oh, man! As he goes for that macho neck snap, and he hits it, and you can see Roderick Strong on the mat. Here he goes!
Slingshot in, right into the pin, twisting pin attempt for a 2 count. Yes, they may be stablemates in Ring of Honor, but they realize what's at stake here. Don, you said it best. Saturday, October 1st, Slammin' Saturday night. Everybody wants to be a part of TNA, and no, certainly more than these two individuals fighting for a spot in total non-stop action wrestling.
Wow, again, Austin Aries had momentum. Strong counter, then he gets his shoulder up, but he just will go for that backbreaker any chance he can.
And so many different versions of the backbreaker as well. Out of the fireman's carry, oh man, takes him up into the air, coming to both knees in the midsection, rocking with a kick to the side of the head.
Here it is, 1, 2, now! Aries kicked out!
No, just 2.
He kicked out, and that one's close. Oh, I'm like, no, I just don't know about that.
How much closer can you get?
Oh, the crowd. Look at Roderick Strong.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you asked to see these wrestlers. And yes, TNA delivers them to you in this showcase matchup. Aries, boy, is he right now in a dazed and confused situation.
Oh, but look at this.
He might have been playing possum.
Oh, he was. Good call there, Mike. He set him up the whole time. But again, Roderick Strong finds a way to get it back going his direction.
Sure does. Roderick Strong turns it around. Gonna try for the Boston Crab here. Gonna try and turn him over. But notice that Aries is hooking his leg. Aries will not allow him. Oh! Aries stopped the Boston Crab. Didn't stop the catapulting with the turnbuckles. Went for the half Nelson suplex. Instead, quick reversal by Aries.
Oh, nice kick right there as he sent him. He just didn't shoot him back with much momentum, but now he's got it. And he brings it back down.
Brain buster. We talked about it earlier. We caught him with the brain buster. Is he gonna go for the 450?
Going up top. Can he hit it?
High risk on the way.
Here he is. Oh, yes. He catches it. 1, 2. He's got it.
Your winner of the match, Austin Aries.
450 into the front splash and the 3 count. Guys, is there any way we can take another look at the finishing move? Here it goes, DW.
And look how far he's got to go out to the middle of the ring. I mean, let me show you that athleticism right there. And Roderick Strong, who really probably dominated most of that match, had nothing for that.
Great showing by both men. Let's send it to Shane Douglas, standing by with Kip James and the Alpha Male Monty Brown.
Alpha male Marty Brown, you made it perfectly crystal clear earlier tonight that you ain't the kind of man to sit around and wait for an NWA World Heavyweight title shot to be given to you. But I would suggest that tonight, you and Kip James have some unresolved issues to take care of with Apollo and Lance Hoyt.
You're right, Shane. Tonight,
Would you like to tell me what that was just all about?
I'll tell you exactly what that was all about. It was about getting the job done, which you haven't been doing. And don't you ever...
Are you kidding me? Me get the job done? I don't know what your problem is with Jeff Jarrett, but you need to probably apologize for it.
Apologize to Jarrett? The alpha male, in case you didn't know, Kip, apologizes to no man. I owe no one any apologies because I'm doing things around here the way I want to.
Listen, Monty, I don't know if you know this or not, but I am one of the most decorated wrestling stars that this business has ever seen. Now, we have a match tonight with Lance, Hoyt, and Apollo. Would you like to get your head into that, maybe?
My head is in this game. It's always been in the game. You need to get yourself together. This thing's about competition. Let's go compete. Let's go hunt like we said we would. Lance Hoyt, Apollo, tonight, you both will feel the power. Period. Get your head right.
They are bold dreamers, daring warriors of a brave new world, and they are bound for glory. This is the night of their becoming, the crucible of their yearning, a time for greatness. This is the grandest event in TNA history. This is the night of their lives. TNA Wrestling presents Bound for Glory.
See the first 30 minutes free on pay-per-view.
The following contest is tag team action. About to make his way to the ring, Kip James.
Well, I certainly sense some differences between this man, Kip James, and the alpha male, Monty Brown. You know, I thought that Monty may have deferred to his more experienced tag team partner last month in Sacrifice. He bought into BG James as the special referee, but when that didn't work out, Monty says, we're going to do things his way.
Well, it's obvious that Monty Brown has a direction he wants to go. Kip James is worried his head's not in this game tonight.
His tag team partner from the Serengeti. This is the alpha male, Monty Brown.
Yes, Monty Brown, now taking matters into his own hands. We saw how outspoken he was on the pre-show about getting a shot at the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. And we also saw how physical he can get recently on Impact when he and Kip James, they were responsible for injuring Sonny Siaki.
Oh, and it was a brutal neck injury that we saw. And Siaki, though, is here. He will be here today, but he won't be able to go because, well, it was just brutal what they did next year.
Sonny Siaki suffering that very serious neck injury. Going to be sidelined for a little while, but he's here today to support the team that will oppose the alpha male and Kip James. He's here to support Apollo and Lance Hoyt. Let's hear the official intro from JB.
And their opponents, being put into the ring by Sonny Siaki from Puerto Rico. This is Apollo.
Well, there you see it. Sonny Siaki wearing the neck brace after being dropped on his throat, dropped right against a steel chair. He's sidelined. Alpha male and Kip James don't seem too concerned, do they?
His tag team partner from the Lone Star State, he is Lance Hoyt.
You gotta love the way that Big Lance from Big D from Dallas, Texas, picked up the battle for Apollo after his partner Sonny Siaki was injured.
Well, I'll tell you something. Lance Hoyt is very wise. As we saw last month when he went after Abyss, he's making sure that he's being noticed. He's being seen. I mean, he's not ducking anybody. Last month Abyss, this month the alpha male, and Kip James. I'll tell you something. I'm proud of Lance Hoyt by coming in here to stand in for Sonny Siaki. This is going to be brute strength against brute strength tonight.
Siaki wants to accompany Apollo and Lance Hoyt to the ring for this match. He's not been medically cleared. As a result, they have told Sonny Siaki to head back to the locker room. I'm sure they appreciate the support. I'm sure the fans here in the Impact Zone happy to see that Sonny Siaki is on the road to recovery. I think it's a smart call by Apollo and Lance Hoyt after what Monty Brown and Kip James recently did on Impact to Siaki.
Well, they can't be worried about Sonny Siaki while they're in this match. They got to be total 100% concentration when you're taking on the alpha male with Kip James. It's a good move, and if somehow, some way, a body runs into Siaki and he falls into a rail or onto the floor and re-injures that neck, he may never wrestle again. So it was a great move on their part. You know Siaki wants to be here to give them the moral support, but this is about taking care of business. This is about revenge for Apollo and Lance Hoyt.
Don, right before this matchup started, we saw the video package. detailing TNA's return to pay-per-view in the month of October, and quite simply, it is going to be the biggest pay-per-view event in the 3-plus-year history of TNA. It's October the 23rd, it's bound for glory, but there's so much more than the pay-per-view event that entire weekend on, dedicated to the fans of total nonstop action wrestling.
Oh, this is going to be an entire weekend extravaganza. Go to TNAWrestling.com. Find out how you can be a part of it, because this will sell out. But if you get your ticket, you get to meet your favorite TNA stars, you get to get their autographs, you get to hang out all day with them, and then, of course, our Super Bowl, our World Series, bound for glory on the 23rd.
You're right, the Fan Fest is October the 22nd, this Saturday. Bound for glory, Sunday, October the 23rd. Get all the details now at TNAWrestling.com. Off the big scoop of the slam. Wow, Lance Hoyt goes for the cover. Kip James able to kick out before there was even a 1 count from referee Andrew Thomas.
I'll tell you what, Lance Hoyt may have lost to the Monster Abyss last month, but it gave him the confidence that he needed. And you saw that right there by the way he handled Kip James. Not afraid, not intimidated. All the history that Kip James has means nothing to Lance Hoyt, but I'll tell you something, he can't get too cocky out there because they'll make him pay in a second.
And I don't think your level of confidence is hurt any by the response that Lance Hoyt gets from the crowd here at the Impact Zone. You've mentioned it before, it's almost as if they've adopted him as one of their own.
You know what, they saw him become a star right here in this building. He is their star. He's the guy that they saw come from the bottom all the way to the top. And that's why they get behind him, as they've seen him develop and develop week after week and month after month.
Now, did you see what happened here? The alpha male Monty Brown, he wants into this match. I'm not sure that Kip James, his tag team partner, agreed with him. Lance Hoyt going to take advantage of that miscommunication and does drop them both with the clothesline.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's the experience that Lance Hoyt has developed here. He saw the mix-up between the two. He took advantage of it. And now look at this, he's going for the pin on the alpha male.
Side slam and then the pin attempt by 6'9", 275-pound Lance Hoyt, but not able to put away the alpha male. Now Apollo in against Monty Brown.
I'll tell you what, I think it was good for Apollo to sit down, cool off. He really wants to take it out on these guys. So what they did to Monty Brown. Although right now it looks like Monty Brown's got the advantage on him. He didn't want to go out there too half-cocked and maybe make a mistake. Let's see, that's what I'm talking about right there. Oh, man, was that vicious! Listen to the sound of that mic!
The superstar from Puerto Rico reels off those knife-edge shots. Quickly reversed, but then Apollo gets the boot up, charges out of the corner, went for the clothesline. Monty able to duck the first one, but boy, he didn't avoid contact with the second. Apollo for the pin and another near fall.
I'll tell you what, so far what I'm looking at is synchronicity. And Apollo and Lance Hoyt have it, and the alpha male Monty Brown and Kip James don't.
Well, you're right. This team, and you would be surprised that this newly formed team would be communicating so well, that they would be on the same page like they are. That's exactly what we're seeing here in the early going of this tag team matchup.
You know, I'm starting to wonder if maybe Kip James is right. Maybe Monty Brown's head is on the world title and it wasn't on what's at stake here.
Remember what he said, you've got to stay focused. Stay focused on the task at hand, and that's a tag match. There was a blind tag earlier that brought in Monty Brown, and that time when he was shot into the ropes, Kip James did the same thing. He tagged into this matchup. I'm not going to say without the approval of his partner, but Monty Brown certainly didn't extend his hand for the tag.
Well, if anybody knows what to do, it's Kip James. He's got so much experience in tag team action.
Oh, you're not kidding.
I think he just took matters into his own hands, and he needed to get the momentum turned right there, and that's a good way to start, right what you just saw.
Drops him down. Hangman's noose neckbreaker. You heard it in the interview. Kip James, he's not afraid to point out one of the most decorated wrestlers of all time. When you talk about tag team specialists, as many championship tag team belts as Kip James has held through the years, he certainly deserves that title.
Now it looks like the first smooth tag that these two had.
I see that.
And it's not going to bode well for Lance Hoyt, because the last thing you want is a fresh Monty Brown.
Face first goes Hoyt into the turnbuckle. Monty Brown going to try and overpower Big Lance. Shoots him off into the corner and follows up with the big power move right to the back.
Oh, it looks like he just brought the hand right around the front, catching the ribs, catching the stomach, knocking the air right out of Lance Hoyt.
Vicious shots by Monty Brown. And the former National Football League linebacker for the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills continues take him up again.
You just can't let up for a minute if you're Lance Hoyt. You're out there with a guy, a physical specimen that Monty Brown is. You can't let up for 1 second. And when he hesitated for one moment, you saw Monty Brown take advantage of it. Now he goes for the trifecta, but Hoyt's able to use his agility.
You're right, third time wasn't the charm. Hoyt lands on his feet. Monty Brown going to take him up again, and oh man, just powered him down.
That just shows you that Monty Brown is more than just a pound. He's more than just the alpha power. This guy can beat you in so many ways. He can use that strength 100 different ways to beat you.
Pin attempt. Lance Hoyt able to roll the shoulder at 2. Monty Brown made it so crystal clear earlier, almost as if he got the jump on Jeff Jarrett. We've seen Jarrett hit the ring on pre-shows, during pay-per-views, during impacts for several months, demanding a shot at the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. But Monty Brown this time, he was there first. It certainly upset Jarrett, but I'm not sure what Jarrett has in mind. I'm just not too comfortable with the fact that Jeff Jarrett not scheduled to wrestle tonight at Unbreakable, but yet he's in ring gear.
I'll tell you what, though, you made a good point. Monty Brown saw that he was in ring gear, so Monty Brown knew that Jarrett was up to something, and he beat him to the punch in the pre-show, and he went out there, stole Jeff Jarrett's thunder. It's almost like watching him take the wind out of his sails.
Both Kip James and Lance Hoyt go for the clothesline, and both men make contact. Both men go down. Referee Thomas puts in the count.
Hoyt has showed himself admirably, and he's hung in there toe for toe.
And we've seen that burst of offense from Apollo earlier, and now he gets the tag. So does Monty Brown, and Apollo drops first Monty Brown with a pair of clotheslines, then one for Kip James. But in this 2-on-1 situation, quickly turned and reversed, dropped him, caught him with the DDT.
You know, you don't realize how big Apollo is until you see him out there with the monsters like Monty Brown and Kip James. He stands shoulder to shoulder with a eye to eye with these guys. I mean, he's just as big.
Look at this power move.
Apollo's on fire. Here he goes.
Pin, 2. Kip James in for the save. Caught him with the double sledge to the back. Broke it up in 2.
Nice move right there by James. Oh, big boot by Lance Hoyt.
First the famouser, but then Big Lance got the big boot up. Could he be going for that moonsault? This is a long way to travel.
And he hits it perfectly.
6'9", 275, and he hit the top rope moonsault.
I'll tell you what, though, he made a mistake, and that's where inexperience comes in. He should have went directly for the pin. Instead, he wanted to enjoy that moment of hitting that move, and it cost him.
Lance Hoyt and Monty Brown battle out on the arena floor. Lance Hoyt just got posted by the alpha male.
Oh, it's 2-on-1 in here. You can see Monty Brown. Apollo gets out of the way. Jeez, I'm kidding you!
Another miscommunication problem for this team, and Kip James walked into a super kick.
1, 2, no! Kip James able to get the shoulder up.
Wow.
I thought it was over.
That had to be just on instinct alone.
Oh, you can see that super kick by Apollo. Apollo's been so impressive since he's come in here right now. Again, Lance Hoyt, who took that shot from the ring post, is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, you're right. Monty Brown had to break it up. And now going to fire Apollo up. Here it goes.
And he hit it perfectly. Right into the ribs. Is it done? It's academic.
Your winners, the team of Kip James and the alpha male, Monty Brown.
Well, they did have communication problems, but you can't take away the bottom line. And the bottom line is a victory for the team of the alpha male and Kip James, thanks to the pounce of Monty Brown.
Well, you've got to be cohesive, and they finally did at the end right there, but you can see there's still communication problems.
And there you see, even further, that miscommunication and the communication problems between this team. To the back, where Tracy's standing by with Team Canada.
I can't take that.
I'm standing here in a very intense locker room as all 4 members of Team Canada will see action tonight.
That's right, Tracy. And as a Canadian, you should know we wouldn't have it any other way.
Guys, listen up. You guys need to be on the top of your game tonight. You guys are gonna have to outlast 3 of the greatest tag teams if you guys want to bring the belts back to Canada. All right? Just think about that.
Don't worry, Beanie, we can do it.
It's 6-on-2. How are we gonna... The referee's American, and Jimmy Hart's gonna be at ringside. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
For the love of God, man, will you get a grip? A1, the free ride, it's over. It's time to step it up and start earning your keep around here. Just like I'm gonna step it up tonight against you, Jeff Hardy. Charismatic enigma, my Canadian ass. As far as I'm concerned, you're nothing but a half-baked nut job. And tonight, unfortunately for you, you're next on my list to be Canadianized.
But first, Petey, your match with Chris Sabin is next.
Sabin, you and I, we have a long history together. Same wrestling school, same graduating class, even the same coach. Hell, we even worked our way up the ranks here at TNA together. But there's one thing that has always set me apart from you, and that is the most devastating, outstanding, breathtaking, extraordinary move in all history of professional wrestling, the Canadian Destroyer. And Sabin, you're just like every other American. Inferior.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, about to make his way to the ring. Proudly representing his home country of Canada, he is the Canadian Destroyer, Petey Williams.
He is the Team Canada captain, and as you heard from Petey Williams in that interview in the locker room area, he and his opponent Chris Sabin have a long history that even dates to before they debuted with TNA. Both trained for the ring by the Team Canada coach Scott DeMore. Both in the same graduating class, both so familiar with each other.
And his opponent from Detroit, Michigan, he is Chris Sabin.
Want to point out that Chris Sabin was originally scheduled to wrestle Mexico's Shocker tonight here at Unbreakable. But when the AAA promotion in Mexico changed Shocker's booking last night to an event in Ciudad Madero, deep in the Yucatan Peninsula, it made it logistically impossible to get a flight to Orlando, Florida, and as a result, TNA management changed the matchup, and I think we're in for an outstanding bout here between Sabin and Williams.
Well, TNA management steps up again. If you're going to give the crowd what they want, put two former X Division champions who can't stand each other in the ring. Two guys that are so similar in style, similar in size, similar in weight, and know each other like the back of their hand. How can it get any better than Chris Sabin against Petey Williams?
How similar are they? Both Sabin and Williams, 23 years old. Williams a 4-year pro, Sabin in his 5th year. Sabin a 2-time X Division champion. Petey Williams, oh man, almost pinned here by Sabin in the early going. Petey Williams a former X Division champion, and remember, he held that title for 5 months, which was a record until the fallen angel Christopher Daniels eclipsed it.
I'll tell you what, tonight you're seeing the best the X Division has. When you think about these two men in the ring right now, when you think about later on, Sabu and Joe, AJ Styles, and Christopher Daniels, the X Division champions. But you know what? Even though there's nothing at stake, there's no belt at stake. There is something at stake, and it's called pride. And you saw right there, nice going to run it right there. Down off by the receiver.
Well, you're right, Don. It's pride, and it's also an opportunity to open the eyes of TNA management, because a victory in this matchup, in my mind, is going to do an awful lot to advance the TNA career of the winner. Probably and possibly put them into a shot at the X Division champion, whoever it is, after the night at Unbreakable. There's the back elbow by Sabin that connected.
That's a great point, Mike, because after tonight, there's going to be a new X Division champion, and the jockey is going to start. As you see Sabin doing everything he can, oh, he gets out of the way just in time. And these guys all want to be a part of that title picture again, and this is a way to show them that everybody they deserve it. Is it really we need to be shown?
Petey Williams out in the arena. Oh, Sabin charged off the steel.
I'll tell you what, how do you prepare for somebody that you know like Sabu? I guess what you gotta do, Mike, is try to come up with something different that you can spring on them that you know that they can't be prepared for.
Don, you and I both talked to these wrestlers before Unbreakable tonight. Sabin told us no one knows Petey Williams like he does. Petey claims he has the best strategy to counteract Sabin. Sabin told us he's not going to fall into the trap of getting nailed with the Canadian Destroyer. That sick flip pile driver from the Team Canada captain. Petey Williams insists he's not going to be beat with the cradle shock, the finishing move of Sabin.
I'll tell you what. We have seen Chris Sabin get beat by that Canadian Destroyer in the past, and it's something that once he gets a hold of it, there's nothing you can do, because once he hits it, it's all over. So yeah, you can say it's not going to happen, but you've got to make it not happen. And look at right there as he applies the pressure in the place you know it hurts the most.
Yeah, and he's singing "Oh Canada" at the same time. Yes, Petey Williams has turned this matchup in his favor. Gonna go for a pin attempt, and Sabin still has power left in his legs, and he used that leg strength to kick out of the pin.
You know, most times when you're preparing for somebody like soccer, like Chris Sabin was, you might come into a match like this not ready because you haven't been thinking about that opponent night and day. Well, I asked Chris Sabin about that, and he's like, nah, I think about Petey Williams in that ring every night and every day.
Williams with the backbreaker. Sabin able to power out before the 3 count. Sabin slowly back up to the vertical base. Gonna try and fight his way back with the right hands. Series of shots to the midsection. I think Petey Williams was momentarily distracted by the crowd. Something happened. There was some kind of a chant in the crowd here at the Impact Zone. He turned to the fans, and now he's paying the price.
Well, he should know better than that. Nice kick right there. How Sabin, how quick he got that as soon as Petey Williams' feet hit the mat. He used him, and oh, what a counter by Petey Williams.
DDT. Here's
1, 2. Oh, he gets his shoulder up.
Wow. Spiked him with the DDT, and I thought he was going to put him away, but still life left in Sabin. Check out this necktie move by the Team Canada captain.
Using his own arms and forearms against him as he pulls it tight across the neck, and it cuts off the airflow. I'll tell you what, though, watch how these guys will work. They might even actually take a move to get a move. You know what I mean? They'll let the other person think they've got him, and they're actually setting him up for something they want to do. There'll be a lot of great strategy in this match.
Sabin fights his way back up to his feet. You're right, series of shots with the elbow right into the midsection, but then the short arm clothesline by Williams.
Well, obviously he just hadn't quite gotten his air back after that necktie move that Petey Williams used on him, and it's something that he's just, you know, you lose your air, and it takes everything out of you. Petey Williams should use that to his advantage. Don't hesitate, and there he goes, right back for the neck again and taking the air out of him again.
Don, our thoughts tonight on September 11, 2005, with those of you impacted by both the 4-year anniversary of 9/11 as well as the recent tragedy as a result of Hurricane Katrina. Thanks to all of you for inviting us into your homes. So far, it's been great. It's been a great Unbreakable, and we dedicate everything tonight here at Unbreakable to those thoughts, to those of you impacted by both 9/11 as well as Hurricane Katrina, and Petey Williams caught him with the drop kick.
I tell you what, I hope there's somewhere where they can watch this because they need some relief and they get this just to escape for just a while like you can at Unbreakable. But always remember, if you want to help out, 1-800-HELP-NOW is a great number that can get you to the Red Cross, and you can help the evacuees of Katrina and help out down there. But back to the action right here as you see Petey Williams going right for the hair of Chris Sabin.
And did you notice that he's trying to play some mind games with Sabin as well? He got right in his face and he was bad-mouthing him. Now in the corner, caught him with a forearm shot. Gonna try and shoot him across, and Sabin, oh man, goes back first right into the turnbuckle.
Is there anything that he can say to Sabin that Sabin hasn't heard him say to him before? Oh, nice kick. Oh, great kick to the back right there by Chris Sabin. Remember that match he had a couple pay-per-views ago against Samoa Joe, and it looked like Samoa Joe was dominating Chris Sabin from start to finish. And then we saw fire come out of Chris Sabin, and we saw a reaction from him that we hadn't seen since he was X Division champion. I'm looking to see a little bit of that tonight, but somehow, some way, Petey Williams has not let him get that momentum.
Williams really showing his agility, landing on the middle rope, but then Sabin, so well prepared, caught him with the drop kick directly into the back. Ducks the clothesline. Look at those forearm shots.
That's what I'm talking about.
Just rifling him off.
The fire right there. That's what I'm talking about. He just needed the break. You can see him still holding his midsection. Oh. Sabin now's got it going his way. Oh, taking him up and taking him down.
Great series, great combination of moves. Sabin pin, 2.
Oh, Petey Williams just in time.
Just barely getting the shoulder up before the hand of referee Mark Johnson counted 3.
I'll tell you what, though, we saw that fire coming out of Chris Sabin again. That fire that, I'm telling you, you and I have always said it, Mike, this kid can be one of the best, if not the best one day. He's got that much potential, and so can Petey Williams. I'm not taking away anything from him either. Both these guys have that kind of potential.
Boy, it looked like he was going to go for the cradle shot. That time it looked like he was going for the Canadian Destroyer, Petey Williams, but it was reversed. Quick roll up by Williams. Sabin shoulders down. Gonna go for the sharpshooter.
Well, we know that Petey Williams is more than just the Canadian Destroyer, and he might be trying to make Chris Sabin think it was Destroyer. Now look at him, he's got him with the sharpshooter right here. Is he gonna tap out?
Sabin fighting through the pain of the submission hold. Sharpshooter applied by Petey Williams, the Team Canada captain, and Sabin makes his way to the ropes for the break.
That's just pure guts, pure determination right there, Mike. Look at it, it's taking everything out of him. You can see he's drained, and Petey Williams should be taking advantage of this right now. He's got him vulnerable.
And Don, you can hear him all the way across the ring, or maybe one of the microphones is picking it up. But he's bad-mouthing Sabin at the same time as he's unleashing the offense. Now out of the corner, Sabin fired across, goes back first into the turnbuckles, spins around, catches Williams with an elbow.
Oh, elbow right there by Chris Sabin as he hits him with an DDT. Here we go.
DDT equals 1, 2, no, not 3.
Wow. He snapped that off, though. I've got to give Petey Williams credit. That had to be just pure instinct right there. Pure just reaction.
Intense matchup between these two individuals who know each other so well. Oh, man. What a great move with the side Russian leg sweep that time by Williams. The back of Sabin's head making contact with the canvas.
You know, I said it earlier, when you see Petey Williams, you think about him getting that Canadian Destroyer at any time, but he's so much more than that. He can do so many things.
Gonna reel him in. Usually, that's the precursor to the Canadian Destroyer. There's the boot.
Here we go. Oh, but right away, Sabin goes down to one knee.
Perfect counter. Drop down to the knee. Don't let him take you over. Williams able to hook the top rope. Elevates Sabin to the apron. Sabin gonna go springboard.
Oh, but he misses. Petey Williams just swept him away.
It's that familiarity again. Went for the springboard drop kick, and you're right. He just fly swatted him right out of the way.
Oh, nice move right there. Petey Williams going for it again. Oh!
Great series of near falls in this ultra-competitive matchup. Williams going to go back to the sharpshooter one more time.
He's kind of pulling farther out in the ring, and he just doesn't have it in strong enough. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe he does, and he does move it back to the middle of the ring. And that's going to make it so much harder for Sabin to get to the ropes.
Boy, you caught that just as Sabin started to make his way to the safety of the rope break. Petey Williams used his strength, dug down deep, and pulled him right back towards the middle.
I'll tell you what I liked there about Sabin was he realized he wasn't going to get to the ropes, so he had to come up with an alternate means, and he was able to counter that and get out of it. But Petey Williams has the momentum right now.
But can he take advantage? Can he turn that momentum into the 3 count or the submission win? Fired off again, back first into the turnbuckle. Petey Williams gonna come right at him. And again, Sabin's prepared. Again, Sabin moves out of the way.
And you have to time that perfectly if you're gonna make it work, and he did. I mean, you gotta leave yourself there right for the last second. Look at the horse! Wow, right into the turnbuckles, man! He ran full steam!
Thought he was gonna take him up into the edge. Had him up on his shoulders, and you're right, Don. Full steam, full speed ahead. Back first, head first, directly into the corner. Sabin just challenges him to get to his feet. Cradle shot!
Can he do it? Did you see Williams trying to fight it off? I'll tell you what, he just goes right back in the turnbuckle. Anything he can to disorient him, and he does it again.
That's one way to try and stop Williams from breaking the cradle shot. Oh no, he's gonna try and rake the eye.
Oh, he does, and you can see it. It's just a desperation move on Petey Williams' part. A lot of people think that's dirty. Sometimes it's just survival.
They just raked the eyes, almost like he fish hooked him that time with the eyes, and you can see that Sabin's been blinded. Oh no! He's got the referee Mark Johnson up in the cradle shot, and I think he just figured, I think he felt the shoot at Mark Johnson, and he realized he had the referee.
He might have felt that top of the Johnson's head. That's just uncalled for after the match that these two put on. I mean, he just drilled Chris Sabin.
You know, a lot of people thought that I was bound to head up north. But you know what? TNA is my home. And the only place that Matt Bentley is bound for glory. Now you can't have the biggest pay-per-view in TNA history without the most innovative match in wrestling history. The match that I made famous. The Ultimate X.
Whoa! Ultimate X at Bound for Glory?
He was the original winner of Ultimate X.
Wow! Matt Bentley making a statement with his... And he just got the super kick on Petey Williams!
He set him up right there, then it looked like he was leaving the ring, and then he drilled him as Williams and Sabin both feel the force of the super kick.
Coming up next at Unbreakable, it's the Monster Abyss against Sabu!
Apparently every single member of the TNA Championship Committee is deaf, because they obviously didn't hear me when I made it clear that Abyss would not wait around for a world title shot.
Not only is Abyss a monster, he's a weapon of mass destruction.
Either Abyss gets his title shot, or he's going to cripple everyone in his path. Oh, and Larry Zbyszko, I would strongly suggest that you put down your golf clubs and make this thing happen.
Wait a minute! What in the world? What's Abyss doing out there? The Monster Abyss, he said that he will turn this monster loose on TNA until he gets a title shot, and now they both double team. What's going on? Oh no, you know what happens? You know what this means? Sabu! Oh, what a chair shot! Really chair shot for Rhino into there!
Oh, he takes Abyss all the way out of the ring.
And if one is scarred bad enough, one no longer feels the pain.
Oh, this guy is just unbelievable. He has dedicated himself to being the best again. Something that we're so proud of.
The man is homicidal, genocidal, suicidal.
But you are not a 6'8", 350-pound monster like Abyss. He is a weapon of mass destruction. And if he does not get his way, the end result is obvious. Nick, you
Scheduled for one fall. Being led to the ring by James Mitchell. Weighing in excess of over 350 pounds. He is the Monster Abyss!
6 feet 8 inches tall, 350 pounds of uncontrollable fury. Can the man accompanying him to the ring, James Mitchell, can he keep him in control, or does he even want to?
If anybody can, he's the only one that I've ever seen that had any semblance of control over that monster. But like you said, when it all breaks down, Abyss has a one-track mind, and nobody, I mean nobody is going to get in that way.
Let's hear from James Mitchell.
Sabu, you, sir, are on the fast track to extinction. Abyss had no problem with you until you decided to stick your nose in his business and interfere when he was in the midst of decimating Raven. Now, Sabu, you may be a hardcore icon, but not even you can withstand a head-on collision with a 6'8", 350-pound weapon of mass destruction. So since you're so hardcore and I'm feeling charitable, let's do things your way. Let's throw the rule book out of the window and make this a no disqualification match. But just rest assured, Sabu, that when you stick your head through these ropes tonight, you will be signing your own death warrant.
And that's one of them right there. Where did he come from?
Sabu in the ring for the no disqualification matchup against the Monster Abyss. And look at Sabu going to try and take him down with right hands. I'm not sure that's a wise move.
No, it wasn't. And you can see Abyss just fed off of it right there. When he went for the third one, he was ready and he caught it in midair. That just shows you how agile Abyss can be. Think about how difficult that is to catch a punch in midair, and he did it.
When you match up two of the most unpredictable, most out-of-control wrestlers in the history of this business, when you factor in James Mitchell at ringside in the corner of Abyss, you know this is going to be a match where the referee's role has to be merely to count three and raise the winner, maybe even raise the survivor's hand. They're going to turn them loose here. It's no disqualification.
I mean, we've seen Abyss in some of the most brutal matches in TNA history, but look at Sabu. This guy's got more scars on his body than anybody I've ever seen. He's been through the wars. I mean, think about what a man's gone through to get those scars.
Yeah, think of how intimidating that would be to the normal wrestler. But you're not talking normal when you're talking 6'8", 350 pounds of a monster named Abyss.
Well, there's nothing normal about either one of these two guys. They're made of things that normal men will never, ever feel in their lifetime. The ability to ignore pain. The ability to come back when it's all been against you. The ability to go through tables and chairs and you name it. And to come back and live to fight another day.
Sabu able to get the boots up, catching the on-charging Abyss. This is the problem when you have a 125-pound weight advantage as Abyss just took him overhead with the suplex.
Think about everything that Sabu has gone through here in recent times and the dedication that he's given himself to getting back in shape. I mean, he's as in good a shape as I've ever seen him.
Well, you're right. It really is an incredible success story. Sabu handed in a steel chair, I think, from the crowd here at the Impact Zone. But Abyss cut him off.
And Abyss stomped on that chair and it caught Sabu's fingers. Oh, and look at that! And Sabu just took him out of the feet.
Well, that's what you do when you have someone who's, what would you say, down in the neighborhood of maybe 8-10 inches taller?
Oh, man, absolutely. And getting ready to bring the chair on him, and Sabu found a way to counter it. And that's what you do when you're at that weight disadvantage.
Wow, dropped the leg with the steel chair and then just bowled him over into a pin attempt. Now going to set up the chair. Watch Sabu spring.
Oh, he goes right at him, and they both go flying over the top rope right there.
Impact to the clothesline from Sabu. Takes Abyss directly down the floor. Look at Mitchell getting right in the monster's face.
Right there, look at this, Sabu. Going right for the table. I mean, James Mitchell made it a no disqualification match. So Sabu's going to use whatever he's got at his disposal.
Sabu going to position the table at ringside. Got one leg stacked up. Oh, he's got something in store here for Abyss, that's for sure. Reels off a series of right hands, but Abyss caught him with the knee. Look out, Sabu into the steam.
The problem was that the table buckled on him, and it took Sabu a little bit longer to set it up the way he wanted to. And that gave Abyss time to recover, and now Abyss going for a table of his own.
Yeah, you're right, Abyss underneath the ring, and we've talked about this before. He gets so focused with that tunnel vision, something like taking the table from underneath the ring, that enabled Sabu to come from behind, but I think Mitchell motioned or called out to Abyss that Sabu was headed towards him.
I think you're absolutely right. You see, Abyss just right now wants to get focused on his job as he sends Sabu back to the ring. But here goes Sabu, and wow! what he did right there. He's going to have to use every agile move that he's got.
And a move like that as well. That's how you counter-attack. 125-pound and an 8-inch height advantage at the same time. You take the big man down. Double spring.
Oh, man! Sabu's on fire right now!
DDT, dropped him straight down. But you can see Sabu holding onto his chest as well.
Well, every time you do something like that, it also has a price that you're going to pay. And we know he's already gone over the ropes into the concrete a couple of times. He's got to be hurting from that also.
Pin attempt off the DDT, but Abyss, still life left, able to lift him up into the air. And check this out. Sabu rocks him with those rights. Talk about a precarious position for Abyss.
Oh, he's right there dangling on the ropes. And I'll tell you something, there was no open hands right there either by Sabu. Hey, it's no disqualification, so the closed fist is... All right, roll! Oh, man! That had to hurt! He just slung him over! And he caught it, and he didn't know! My gosh, you gotta show that again!
Have to watch this! Sabu charges it!
Hits the chair out of the way! Oh, my God!
And then in one fluid motion, he takes him overhead, and wow, you see the results and you see the impact. Look at that table!
Well, you want to know how he got
Look at Sabu!
A guy gets 1,000 scars on his back. He just got 2 or 3 more right there.
What an opportunity this is for the Monster Abyss.
Oh, he's got all the momentum right now. Sabu is out of breath.
Fans motioning, it's time to finish him off.
2.
No! Not that easy, not that simple.
Oh, that table was just demolished in front of us. I mean, you see wires and legs and everything sticking through it. I wonder how much damage was done to his body on that. Uh-oh.
Now the opposite side of the ring. The Monster Abyss going underneath to get yet another table.
Well, he's going for the kill right here. He realizes he's got Sabu reeling. Oh, Sabu, though, comes right at him with a right and the knee by Abyss.
Mitchell directing traffic at ringside. While Abyss going to position the table in the ring. Look out, Sabu with the steel chair shot.
Catches him on the back right there. Oh, he brings him right to the top of the head. Oh! You can just feel that, Mike. I mean, he just... 1, 2. Oh, showing the muscle. Just flung him back like it was nothing.
Vicious, violent, lethal chair shots by Sabu. But amazingly, Abyss not going to be taken down for the 3 count.
Oh, look at that. Battle-worn body he's got right there. And I'll tell you something, that's right now he's ignoring all the pain. Look at this. Unbelievable! Unbelievable!
That's the only word that describes it. He positioned the steel chair underneath the leg, put him with the leg drop, and sandwiched him through the table. My God, that's high impact.
I don't think I've ever seen Abyss flopping around like a fish, and he just did. But oh, it's hard, Sabu, look at that. He can't even get up on his own.
You're right, Don. He's trying to regroup here. You can tell that he's trying to clear the cobwebs. 1, 2.
Oh, look at this. Oh, James Mitchell put the foot on the rope. Referee Rudy Charles didn't see Mitchell do it. He just happened to be in the right place. Oh, Sabu can't believe it. You know Sabu knows who's responsible. He's pointing at Father Mitchell right now. Oh.
Sabu gonna bring Mitchell in. He's got his back turned to Abyss.
Tell you what, Mitchell took one right there for Abyss, as he knew he had Sabu so enraged. And now look at this. Got him in that torture rack, Mike.
And oh, man! Shock treatment. Drop down Sabu. You saw Abyss at the same time crashing into the table as well.
Oh, you just gotta know that the ribs of Sabu, oh, it's, oh no! He's somebody look at him go right back to those ribs. He is beat up, the pain is obvious. Abyss has gotta be in pain himself, we just can't see it on his face.
Level of violence in this no disqualification matchup, exactly what we anticipated. Again, Mitchell has a game plan. He's got some strategy. Abyss drops out to the floor. Mitchell laying down the law.
What's he saying? He's pointing down.
He's gonna get in the top. He's gonna get.
Oh, he is! And listen to the crowd. They know what's in there.
six-sided ring. Brings the thumbtacks in. Drops Sabu with a right hand. Look out. I don't blame you. Referee Rudy Charles bails out.
Yeah. Hey, that's no place right now for a referee to get in the middle of this.
No disqualification. Anything goes, and there's the thumbtack.
Look at that visual.
You saw Abyss trying to spread the thumbtack so that they do more damage. He's got him throttled. Is he going to try and choke slam him into the tacks?
Here he goes. Oh, you can see the counter. Nice counter by Sabu. He's in so much pain, and he realizes the pain he's going to feel if he falls on that pile of tacks right there.
Sabu, clothesline, trying to bring down this big tree, but he can't. Going to try and powerbomb him.
There he goes. Has he got it? Look at Sabu as he's fighting it all.
Fighting for his life, desperately trying to avoid going back first into the tacks.
I'll tell you what, good move by Sabu, though. You saw how he turned Abyss around so that he couldn't be in the direction of the tacks, and now he nails him with the chair. And here he goes. Oh, he's got it. He goes up on the ropes. He comes around. Oh, wait a minute. Oh!
Going for the double spring.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Look at that.
And Abyss black hole slamming back first. Into those thousands. Oh, God.
That just looks awful.
Look at the puncture wounds on the back of Sabu. The result of being black hole
Look at that. Abyss, who's been on the end of that so many times. 1, 2, done.
The winner of the match, Abyss.
My God, Don. What a spectacle. We've got it. If there's any way we can take a look at how this matchup unfolded. There were so many high impact, so many violent moves. Let's take a look at what went down leading to the Abyss victory here.
I'll tell you what, get the kids out of the room right here. Look at this, that first shot on that table. Then look at Sabu countering.
There's the shock treatment. It looked like Sabu was ready to make the comeback until he was cut off. And there you see the black hole slam. And that spelled doom, and that spelled disaster for Sabu. To the back, Shane Douglas, our broadcast colleague, is standing by. My God, that was violent.
Well, I was told I was here to interview both members of the team that won the Chris Candido Memorial Tournament. Alex, it seems like you're without a partner, so the old franchise dying to know, where is Sean Waltman?
It's a good question, franchise. And believe me, no one would love to give you an answer more than myself. But the fact of the matter is, I don't know where Sean Waltman's at. Everybody comes up to me and they say, Sean Waltman, he's a little kooky. He's a little zany. He's a little out there. But he comes through in the end. And I'm gonna need him to tonight. Because as one half of the Chris Candido Memorial Cup winners, I'm entitled to a World Tag Team title shot. And the Total Non-Stop Alley World Tour is going down to the ring with or without Sean Waltman.
Back inside the impact zone, while they clean the carnage up in the ring, it's TNA and West back at ringside. Never seen anything like that, so physical, so brutally violent, Don.
Well, I'll tell you what, James Mitchell called for it. He called for no disqualification, and they were able to back it up. I mean, it was brutal. But I'm still a little confused by what we just saw.
I heard that.
Alex Shelley, no Sean Waltman. I mean, here you get a chance to become tag team champions of the world, and he's leaving them hanging dry. What's going on right now?
What's the one thing we know about Sean Waltman? He's totally unpredictable. You never know how he's going to react. You don't know if he's going to be at the event or not, and obviously that's what Alex Shelley just talked about. He said his tag team partner, and you would hope it's someone that he could rely on. Someone that he trusted enough to be joined together in the Candido Cup, an event that was for the memory of Chris Candido, a wrestler who went out of his way to help the youngsters in the locker room. And in the memory of Candido, you would think that Waltman would do everything within his power to be here to further help the youngster Alex Shelley.
Well, some people are all about themselves, and Alex Shelley might have to go out there by himself, but he'll do it. I mean, the odds won't be good for him if he has to, but you know what? He might be able to use the fact that the Naturals and America's Most Wanted and Team Canada all hate each other so much that they might all be focused on themselves. Maybe he can get lucky and steal one.
That is just one of 3 championship matchups yet to come tonight at Unbreakable, but now it's time to go to JB. Let's introduce the next match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. About to make his way to the ring, proudly representing his home country of Canada, he is Bobby Roode.
I'll tell you what, Bobby Roode is somebody that we have known is going to have a singles run one day. He's got so much power, so much potential, and whether it be in the X division or the heavyweight division, this guy can do it. But he's got his work cut out for him today, Mike, as he's going to face somebody that the crowd gets behind, and that's the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy, a guy who's unpredictable in his own right.
28-year-old, 7-year pro from Peterborough, Ontario, Bobby Roode, and here's his opponent.
His opponent from Cameron, North Carolina, he is the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy.
Straight to the top, then keep heading up. Start shining the light, should give a look. That what is real and how real is still.
Jeff Hardy returns to the ring. You know, this is his first TNA match in 4 months. Don, I'm sure you recall, Jeff Hardy suspended by TNA management. No showed about back in May at Hart Justice. He was ordered to appear last month at Sacrifice. And appear is exactly what he did. Jeff Hardy, he attacked Jeff Jarrett during a tag team match. You saw him earlier tonight on our pre-show during the countdown. He came out and he confronted Jeff Jarrett, took it right to him. Now he's set for his official in-ring return, and Bobby Roode's ready for it.
I'll tell you what, Bobby Roode got tired of seeing Jeff play to the crowd right there, and he just went right after him and knew that that's how you try to take the crowd out of it, and that's what he did. But Jeff Hardy, this is almost a new beginning for him, Mike. I mean, like you said, it's been 4 months since he's been in that ring, one-on-one with anybody, and this is a chance for him to show everybody. Like you said, he came out earlier to give everybody notice that he wants a piece of that title down the line, and he's fighting his way back. And what an opportunity for it. Taking on Bobby Roode. Nice kick right there by Hardy.
The drop kick sent him down to the floor, and then Hardy follows up with the baseball slide, and then slingshot into the crossbody block, and down goes Roode again. We saw on the pre-show Jeff Hardy throwing his hat into the ring as well. Yes, he wants to be considered for a shot at the NWA World's title. I think you would say it's imperative that Jeff Hardy gain the victory here over Bobby Roode in order to impress TNA management and continue to move up that ladder of success in an effort to get a title shot.
They're not going to hand it to him, Mike. They're not going to hand it to him. He's got to earn his way back in, and beating Bobby Roode would be a good way of doing that. I mean, that's going to open some eyes. But oh, nice move right there by Roode as you saw Hardy just come right down on that rope, right there on his neck.
Hardy went for the double spring. Roode quickly from behind, cut him off, hooked him, dropped him down, and now watch Bobby Roode put the boots to Jeff Hardy.
Come on, Hardy! Who's the greatest? Right. Who's the greatest? Now look at Bobby Roode just screaming in Jeff Hardy's face, trying to get in between his ears a little bit.
It's the intimidation tactics that we have seen from Team Canada since they made their debut here in TNA.
Right. I mean, the force of that right that Roode just threw. Holding nothing back.
Don, you said it earlier. Bobby Roode, at some point in his career, he's going to be positioned possibly for a shot at the NWA World's Heavyweight title as well. He's a part of Team Canada now, but he's a powerhouse who just caught Jeff Hardy with a unique gut wrench into a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, and now applying the pressure to the back, drops him down, goes for the pin, and a 2 count.
You know, you just said it best. We've been talking about how important this match is for Jeff Hardy. Think about how important it is for Bobby Roode.
Oh, you're damn right.
This is a chance for him to open up the eyes of everybody in TNA management and say, hey, I'm not just a member of Team Canada. Take me serious. there, and the way he goes about his business, he'll do nothing but take it serious.
The throat, the windpipe of Jeff Hardy. Positioned across the middle rope by Bobby Roode, putting in all of his weight right across the neck of Hardy. Quick snap here out of the corner, and now going to go to the surfboard here. Look at the strategy that we've seen from Bobby Roode. Totally focusing his offensive attack on the back and the neck of Jeff Hardy, and this surfboard just adds more pain.
You know, you got to wonder what kind of ring rust that Jeff Hardy's got right now, having not been in there in so long. I know he's a veteran, and he's fought many wars in these rings, but, you know, you got someone like Bobby Roode that's out there every week, out there every month, and you wonder if that's going to take a toll on Jeff Hardy.
Quick sunset flip attempt, took the heavier Bobby Roode over, but Bobby Roode able to break it up in two, and then I think he caught him there grazing with the drop kick. Then had the leg hooked for a 2 count. You're right, Jeff Hardy, 12 years as a professional. But Don, when you've been out of the ring for 4 months and your opponent Bobby Roode has been wrestling a regular schedule, you would anticipate that the longer that this match goes, advantage would go to Bobby Roode.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But I'll tell you something, you brought up a point of 12 years of experience. That experience edge is you can't put a price on it. And if anybody can find an opening, it'll be Jeff Hardy. If you see Roode going for another pin right there, he almost had it.
Again, check out the offense. Yes, he went for the back break. What did he do right before that? A couple of knees right into the gut. Again, trying to advance this situation where he takes away the air, where he takes away the wind from Jeff Hardy.
Nothing will make you tired faster when you can't breathe. It's just the laws of nature, and it's been the game plan of Bobby Roode, and so far he's done it to perfection, but here we go. Oh, Hardy trying to counter, just didn't quite get it.
Tried to go for the twist of fate instead, out of nowhere. Caught him with a jumping back kick, and you saw the boot of Jeff Hardy go directly into the face of Bobby Roode.
Good move on Hardy's part right there. He just kind of lured him in. Looked like he was being indecisive, not knowing what to do, and it actually caught Bobby Roode off guard. And then out of nowhere, he spins around and gets that kick right to the face of Bobby Roode.
Prior to that, Hardy went for one of his trademark moves, the twist of fate, but yes, it was countered by Roode. Now Hardy going to try and mount an offense here. Roode shot up into the ropes, caught him with a double sledge.
Oh, he just caught him right on top of the head, and there he goes, right after Roode again. And now the momentum is going right to Hardy. He knows he's got to take advantage of it, because I don't know how much he's got. Oh, he nailed that right there. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, Roode kicks out.
Great move for Hardy, quickly turning this matchup in his favor and almost putting away Bobby Roode, just that close to victory. Oh, Bobby Roode again, right back to that knee to the gut. Big clubbing forearm blow to the back. You've seen this from the opening bell.
I'll tell you what, though, he exposed himself right there, and Jeff Hardy took advantage of it, and then he catches him, split the uprights. Ooh, and you can see Bobby Roode's in pain, and there's no feeling like that when you get in there.
Oh, man. Out of nowhere, Hardy never saw that back elbow coming. Caught him right in the face. Hardy out of the corner, telegraph of the back body drop. That certainly hurt Bobby Roode. And he powered it down. Opportunity now for Hardy. Can he take advantage? Gonna head outside. Is he gonna go high risk? Could it be time for the swanton?
He's gonna have to finish him off. You can see right there that the time away is perfect.
Petey Williams running to the ring.
Oh, come on, as he's got, oh, look at that, as he hooks the hooking stick right there and breaks him down. He knew that it could have been over.
Team Canada captain Petey Williams turning the match in favor of Bobby Roode. Roode has Hardy. Oh no, up on the top, gonna try and superplex him back in. Look at Hardy fight it off.
Anything that he can do right there, you can see Roode fighting right back. Roode looks like he's in the right position, but Hardy able to get his leg locked in there in the ropes and push him off.
Hardy fights him off once. Oh, couldn't fight him off a second time. Overhead release suplex out of the corner by Roode.
Oh, Bobby Roode showing his strength. I mean, he threw him all the way across the ring.
And the pin.
2,
and
no!
Wow! Only a 2 count, even after the interference of Petey Williams, and then the release suplex by Roode. Uh-oh, Petey Williams up again to distract the referee.
Oh, this is just ridiculous. Referee Andrew Thomas has got to be focused, and you can see Roode has got the hockey stick right there. Hardy jumps. Oh, he takes his shot at Petey Williams, and then he counters that blow.
There's the twist! sees Bobby Roode roll outside the ring and down to the arena floor. Check out Hardy. Keep your eyes on the charismatic Enigma.
And here he goes all the way up to the top. You can see Petey Williams trying to warn him, trying to get him out of the way. And what does he do? He just goes ahead and takes them both out and he lands on his feet.
Both members of Team Canada taken out by Jeff Hardy. Petey Williams down, as well as Bobby Roode, but you've got to maintain your focus here on Roode.
Nice shot right there by Hardy, and then he takes a boot to the stomach of Roode right here, but again, it's now become a 2-on-1 situation. Oh, man, nice shot right there. Hardy just slicked him into the steel stand.
You know, it's so easy for us to say, keep your focus on your opponent, but then when you've got Petey Williams with the repeated interference here, it makes it so difficult.
You wonder, though, what Petey's got in the tank after that match with Sabin and that kick by Bentley, but obviously he's got a lot as he tries to go right here. Oh, he went for the Canadian.
He should have. Hey, Jarrett! Come on! He's got the hockey stick!
Oh, and he busted right over him.
Broke it over his back and hit him a second time.
Oh, this was just wrong. Jarrett getting payback by what happened in the pre-show.
Bobby Roode had the referee distracted.
Oh, Roode steals it.
Your winner of the match, Bobby Roode.
Couldn't have put it better. Outright favoring the repeated interference of the Team Canada captain, Petey Williams. That was a distraction, but Jeff Jarrett was the difference maker.
Well, it seemed like everybody was coming in after Hardy, and then Jeff Jarrett was just a little bit too much for him to handle. Jarrett got his payback.
They've got the numbers game against the Naturals. What? AMW?
AMW cleaning house.
Can you believe that, though? America's Most Wanted?
Think about
coming
that.
to assist the Naturals?
Naturals, everybody knows in TNA that those tag team belts Jimmy are holding really belong to America's Most Wanted.
That's right, but we will never be able to solve that until we take care of that one common problem, which is Team Canada. The simple fact that the four of us stand side by side today should serve notice to you, Team Canada.
Yeah, they're handing the belts back to Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas, but you know what?
Oh, look at them. They're not ready to let loose of them at ease.
Is it mutual respect or is it mutual hatred for the Canadians?
Now Chase. Oh, did you see that kick? And he sends him out of the ring.
Already landed on both teammates and opponents.
Oh, is this just big?
Watch the roll.
Oh, here we go. Did he get it?
Hey, look out.
Broken loose.
You're right. The rivals turned tag team partners have turned rivals right before our very eyes.
We're going to get things in order. We're going to take A&W. We're going to take Team Canada. We're going to take the winner of the Chris Candido Memorial. And we're going to put them all in the ring with the Naturals. Make it a four-way elimination tag team contest. Last tag team alive is going to be the champion.
Corner mount by Shocker.
The good thing for Shocker is it didn't cost him the match, but you saw the low blow right there into the X Factor. 1, 2, oh.
And they win the cup. They will advance this Sunday to Unbreakable. This team, Alan Shelley and Sean Waltman, to face AMW, Team Canada, and the reigning tag team champs, the Naturals. Up next at Unbreakable, the four-way elimination for the NWA tag titles. But first, let's hear from the franchise Shane Douglas with the champs, the Naturals, and Jimmy Hart.
I'm here with legendary manager, Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, and the current tag team champions of the NWA, of course, the Naturals, Andy Douglas and Chase Stevens, who tonight face the toughest challenge of their title reign. Tonight, Jimmy, for your boys to avoid losing those titles, they must both avoid elimination and defeat 3 of the toughest teams in our sport today.
You know, franchise, you're right, baby. Because you see, I've managed some of the greatest tag teams in the world in a lot of tough situations. And tonight, Chase and Andy, we're in a tough situation because you see, we're going against 3 of the top tag teams in TNA.
Whoa, Jimmy Hart. Hey. Boys, what's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Or you just a little camera shy? You see, first of all, we want to know How do you expect to stop a team as great as America's Most Wanted?
I'll tell you what, if you boys want to go, we can go right here. This obsession you got for beating us for these World Tag Team titles, we're going to put an end to it tonight. The reality is, we're the World Tag Team Champions, and we're going to stop you one way or another.
Talking tough now, Storm. That's what I like to see. You say it's an obsession. It's not an obsession, Chase. It's a plain fact that you two are going to have to get used to. You know what, Jimmy? Before you stepped into the picture, the four of us, we went around the block quite a few times, didn't we? And you boys know down deep that there is nothing that you can do to stop us from taking those World Tag Team titles.
Oh, yeah. One last thing. It's only over when we say it's over. And what time? Looks like you guys only got 15 more minutes as the NWA World Tag Team Champions. Sorry about your damn luck.
Oh, let's end this. Let's end this tonight. Come on, Jimmy.
Up next at Unbreakable, the NWA World Tag Team Championship belts, they're going to be on the line. 4 of the top teams in the world set to vie for the tag belts, and let's go to the tag lines. Let's break it down. Championship Committee member Larry Zbyszko has lined up AMW, Team Canada, and possibly the team of Shelley and Waltman to challenge Jimmy Hart's Naturals. Elimination rules, they're in order tonight. 1 member of a team defeated, that team eliminated from the match. When 3 are eliminated, just 1 tag team left standing, and they will be recognized as NWA World Tag Team Champions.
The following contest is a 4-team elimination match for the NWA World Tag Team Championship. About to make their way to the ring, representing their home country of Canada, the team of A1 and Eric Young.
You know, so much has been made of the friendship rivalry that was AMW and the Natural. So much has been made of the Candido Memorial Cup. But we seem to be overlooking this team right here, Team Canada. Former tag team champions and a team that wants to get that gold back around their waists.
And introducing, weighing in at 218 pounds, Alex Shelley.
Well, Alex Shelley is coming to the ring. Where's his tag team partner, Sean Waltman? This team qualified by winning the Candido Cup, the Memorial Tournament, named after the late Chris Candido. And at ringside here at the Impact Zone for the Unbreakable event is Chris Candido's family. There you see his brother. That's Johnny Candido on the right. His longtime friend, Jimmy Shoulders in the middle. That's Chris Candido's father. That's Don Candido on the left. They're here because TNA invited them to be a part of this event because the Candido Cup winner is going to qualify. But where is Sean Waltman?
Introducing team number 3, the team of Cowboy James Storm, Wildcat Chris Harris, America's Most Wanted.
You heard him tell the Natural that their time was coming to an end. These guys are the most celebrated tag team in TNA. In fact, it's hard to imagine them without the gold around their waist. But you know what? It's been a while since they were the champions.
And introducing the current reigning and defending NWA World Tag Team Champions, accompanied to the ring by the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. They are the Naturals.
Andy Douglas leads the way. Chief Stevens on the right of your screen. And of course, the very familiar Hall of Famer, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. And how about that? The towel. So memorable. Made famous by Chris Candido. And yes, Chris Candido managed the Naturals. What great respect for the entire Candido family.
You know, a question in my mind was, who would the Candidos pull for? Would it be Shelley and the no-show Waltman, which I can't believe he would do that with the Candidos here in the audience? Or would it be the Naturals? And you know what? It's natural that it would be the Naturals. Somebody that Chris Candido helped guide to the World Championship.
Boy, what a great point, Don. You really said it all right there. There's nothing really more that I can add to that. But think about the position that the Naturals are put in this match. But think of the position that Alex Shelley is in. Yes, there's 3 teams against the champions, but it's really not 3 teams because Alex Shelley's partner, Sean Waltman, is a no-show.
I'll tell you what, Alex Shelley's going to have to play keep away, and that means keep out of the ring if he can.
Just to survive.
Absolutely, because he has nobody he can tag to help him out. So he's going to have to find a way to, and if he gets in there, to find a way to escape. Maybe he can sneak a pin here, sneak a pin there, or maybe he can hang around while the others eliminate themselves.
Are you surprised that AMW and the Naturals are battling and fighting it out right from the opening bell when you think of the long history in TNA between these 2 teams?
And look at this, Alex Shelley going in to try to steal one real quick. Smart move on his part, but again, everybody else has got somebody they can look to. Shelley's on an island.
I think that's the key to his offense. You almost have to hit and run with a move like that. Quick drop kick, quick follow for the pin. Try and stay on the offensive, but at the same time, when you're in trouble, Alex Shelley's going to have to tag out to one of the other teammates.
Well, he's frustrated right now. He's angry. He is mad by what's happened tonight, and he's taking it out right now on Chase Stevens. This guy has got so much ability. I mean, Alex Shelley's a different style of wrestling. A great mat wrestler. Oh, Team Canada right there.
A1 from outside with a knee to the back of Shelley, and then Chase Stevens just brings Eric Young directly into the ring. Alex Shelley says, I'm going to take advantage of this situation. The unique offense of Alex Shelley. Quick roll up here for barely a 1 count on Eric Young.
Alex Shelley's just trying to tag anybody right now. And, you know, he's somebody that might try to find a partner of some sort. You know, we talked about it earlier. Keep your eye on Team Canada with the hatred that's going on between the Naturals and AMW there. For the first time, they're just kind of being on the outside looking in. We know how dangerous they can be if you forget that they're there.
Now, big A1. Quick snap suplex on Shelley. Follow lateral press. Not able to put this young kid, 22 years of age, Alex Shelley. And Don, when you think about it, when you break down the wrestlers in this matchup, probably the only wrestler that's less experienced than Alex Shelley in this match would be A1. So not only does he have that going against him, but he doesn't have a tag team partner. And boy, the Canadians taking advantage of the situation.
Almost a pin right there. Alex Shelley just looking for anybody right now. It's sad. It's sad to see. Just looking for anybody. And you got to give the guy credit. He's showing more heart, more fire and soul than anybody we've seen. But it's just one of those situations where he's got to deal with it. You can see right there Eric Young keeping him from tagging in.
Yeah, but at the same time, you think the Naturals want to tag? No, they drop down to the floor so that they avoid the tag from Shelley. You know what? I guess you can't blame him.
No, it's all about the gold.
Of course. And in this matchup, yes, where it's an elimination match, when you're defeated, your team is gone. Alex Shelley's a man on an island here as Eric Young continues the assault, putting the shoulder directly into the midsection and then rocking with a right.
You know, and this continues. I almost hope that somehow somebody maybe even pins Alex Shelley and takes him out of his misery here. If this goes on, if nobody will come to his aid, it's just not right. It's just not right. Now A1 strangling. I mean, you don't even need it. That's not necessary. Look at the guy. He can't even breathe, and now he's just applying the pressure right there on the ropes.
Come on, get him off those ropes, man. Disqualify you guys.
A1 has Shelley in trouble. Alex Shelley quickly through the legs of A1, going to try and get to AMW, but I don't think either Harris or Storm would tag in.
No, they're all just sitting. You can see right there the brother of Chris Candido, and I think he's even getting a little upset by it.
Can you blame the Candido family? They're invited to Unbreakable by TNA management, and Sean Waltman, he doesn't even have the respect to show up for this match. That's sickening.
Well, we've always heard about how unpredictable he can be. Well, he proved it tonight.
Shelley avoids the contact of Big A1.
Oh, nice counter right there. Look at that double move right there. The crowd getting behind it. Look at this.
I mean, Johnny Candido has jumped the guardrail.
Get out.
Chris Candido's brother. I mean, Johnny Candido.
Did you hear him? He said, tag me.
You know, he has wrestled for a couple of years count. Is he out?
I'll tell you what, now is that going to go? Is him and Shelley both out at this point?
I think it has to, because the referee said when he tags in, when he's in the match, I think Shelley's eliminated as well now.
I'll tell you what, I hate that it happened that way, but nothing fired me up more than to see Johnny Candido come over the rail and go in there to help Alex Shelley. That was all by himself out there. And man, that was...
Boy, that's exactly the case. You know what? You can't blame him. The emotion's running so high. But now the team of Shelley has been eliminated. Shelley and Johnny Candido.
Keep in mind, there's no, as you see Johnny Candido escorting Alex Shelley out. You know, I'm going to give Alex Shelley credit. He didn't dodge, he didn't duck, he came out here.
Big power slam by James Storm of AMW. First on A1, now he's got Eric Young up.
There you see the eye of the storm as he hits Eric Young with it, and now goes for the pin. Now remember that there's such a history between Team Canada and AMW. There's such a history between Team Canada and the Natural. I mean, when you think about these 6 left, it's almost appropriate that these 6 would be vying for the Tag Team Championships.
We're down to 3 teams as they battle for the NWA World Tag Team Championships. James Storm, the Tennessee Cowboy, taken out to the arena floor by Eric Young, and then his partner A1 drives him back first into the steel and then into the apron. Opportunity now for Eric Young to put Storm away. Going to take him over and does. Snap suplex, follow cover, 2, no. Storm able to avoid the 3 count.
Trying to think if anybody's had an advantage. One thing I have noticed is the Naturals have been very smart to stay out of it. Remember, if you're not in, you can't get eliminated, number 1. And you save yourself. You save your strength. They're watching these guys right now beat each other up, and the Naturals have stayed out of it.
You're right. It's about survival. It's about longevity. It's about staying alive in this match. And A1 using the power that he has, the weight, the strength behind it, to take apart AMW and the Tennessee Cowboy. And now the big boot right across the throat.
I'll tell you something, I guarantee you that's the teaching of Jimmy Hart. It's just what Chris Candido would have done if he'd been with them out there, and it's what Jimmy Hart's doing, saying, look, avoid being out there. If you're in, you can get pinned and it can be over.
Double team, both with shoulder blocks in the corner. First A1, now Eric Young, and Young puts the boots to the chest of Storm. James Storm is going to need to get a tag in at this point.
He's a long way away from Wildcat Chris Harris right now, and he is at the mercy of Team Canada.
AMW on the verge of elimination in this match as A1 going to try and round James Storm back first across the steel ring post. The Wildcat Chris Harris isn't going to have anything to do with it.
No, he'd seen enough. He'd seen the double teaming going on. He knew one of those they weren't legal. He had to come over and make a statement.
Young now for the cover, and he's got the feet on the ropes, but that's still not enough to put away Storm and AMW.
Team Canada will use any means necessary to take a win. We saw that earlier when Bobby Roode got it over Jeff Hardy. He stole it, as a matter of fact. Well, this is a situation. Keep your eye on them. They'll lie, cheat, steal, whatever they gotta do. But don't think they can't wrestle, because they are a team. That's one thing about Team Canada. They stick together and they work together.
Eric Young, who on 2 occasions has been part of the team that held the NWA World Tag Team titles and looking to bring the gold back to Team Canada. They've totally taken the life out of AMW in this matchup.
I'll tell you what, James Storm. I mean, we saw Alex Shelley out there taking a beating earlier. James Storm is just taking everything that Team Canada can give him, and and he takes another shot right there. He has got to get the Wildcat in the ring. Oh, Eric Young can't believe it was only a 2 count.
Yeah, frustration very evident there from Eric Young. After the beatdown from Team Canada on Storm, I think Eric Young figured that he could put Storm away there. Big A1 going to get back into the battle.
James Storm on the wrong side of the 6-sided ring. I mean, you can see Chris Harris back there. He seems like a mile away. As you can see a silhouette in the background, he has got to figure out how to get over there. Maybe even if he can't, sneak over and tag one of the Naturals. Hit one of them in anything he can do. Ooh, what a shot right there by Young.
Kind of like the strategy of the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, and his team, Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas. Stay away from the battle as long as you can and survive. The longer you stay in here, the better your chance of retaining the tag titles. And there's the super kick out of the corner by Storm, and that caught Young right on the jaw.
I'll tell you what, though, just think of what that super kick took out of Storm. He still hasn't got to his feet. He's now trying to climb on the ropes. Wildcat's yelling at him, but he's disoriented, and he realizes now where he is, and there it goes.
Got his bearings, leaped and made the tag, and Harris.
No, he's fired up.
Sure is.
Like the Naturals, he's been sitting over there resting, and he just goes over and takes a couple shots at him for good measure.
Caught A1 with the clothesline, and Eric Young as well, and then took the Naturals down, but now it's the Southpaw battling in mid-ring with Big A1 of Team Canada. Mid-ring collision. I think A1 got the best of it, put the shoulder into Harris.
He was able to get to his feet quicker, but look at that.
There's press.
There it is. And he follows with the left.
Familiar move that we've seen throughout his TNA career, the Thez press, named after the former NWA World Heavyweight Champion Lou Thez, and then the Bulldog face jam by the Wildcat.
You could see right there that Chris Harris measuring up. Oh, he's trying to get him up into that catatonic right there, but A1 able to fight it off.
Yeah, you could see that the size of A1, maybe too much for Wildcat Chris Harris, favoring his back as he tried to take him up. Now he's got that! Man!
Look at that showing strength! And he just, and he takes him back down.
High vertical leads to a 1, 2, no!
Team Canada able to fight out of it right here. I'll tell you what, though, Chris Harris showed just what he's been. Oh, and again, you can see Storm taking a shot with McCann over there at the Naturals.
Harris again going to take Eric Young out.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he busts it right over the back.
Right over the back. Harris
not right.
Leads to the 3 count, and Eric Young and Team Canada, they just eliminated AEW.
Well, I'll tell you something. The Naturals survive by staying out of the ring, and they're fresh right now. They got the momentum, and they're going to be using everything they got. You saw a quick tag right there from Douglas to Stevens. It's got to be advantage Naturals at this point.
Well, you're right. If this was their game plan, and it sure looks like it was their strategy, it's working to perfection, because now the Naturals have turned what was a 4-way match, at least a 3.5, into a 1-on-1 tag team battle with just one team against one team, as Chase Stevens on the assault, quick snap leg drops, not able to put away Eric Young.
I'll tell you what, you've got to feel how fired up the Naturals must be, looking over there and seeing Chris Candido's father in the stands, his best friend. They saw his brother earlier. You got Jimmy Hart in your corner, and it's obvious that Jimmy Hart has got these guys schooled and ready for this big event, and now they've only got one team to beat.
You can hear Jimmy through the megaphone, shouting out words of wisdom, encouragement as well, to Andy Douglas in the ring, who's being choked in the corner, blatant chokehold by Eric Young of Team Canada.
I'll tell you what, that'll take the air right out of you in a hurry. They got him over on the far side. Chase Stevens is a mile away on the other end.
USA! USA!
Jimmy Hart getting the crowd behind him.
Canadians and Eric Young obviously not happy with the chance of USA from the crowd at the Impact Zone is Andy Douglas. He's got Eric Young rocking up those series of rights. Quick reversal. Young shoots Douglas off into the ropes. Quickly takes him up and then drops him down.
I don't know what Douglas was trying to do there, but Young was able to counter it. Oh, and he almost got a pin, but Douglas fights out.
It's boiled down to the reigning NWA World Tag Team Champions, the Naturals, against Team Canada. Which of these two teams will walk out of Unbreakable with the NWA World Tag Team Championship gold as Eric Young swung Andy Douglas to the floor, right at the feet of Jimmy Hart.
I'll tell you what, Andy Douglas has got to get Chase Stevens in that ring. Chase Stevens is the freshest of all the men.
They just knocked Andy Hart out.
That's disrespect.
Eric Young just took Jimmy Hart and shoved him to the floor. I think Jimmy went back first into the guardrail.
You don't disrespect a legend
What
like
it
that.
totally is, it's total disrespect to a Hall of Famer like Jimmy Hart.
I'll tell you what, that'll just get the Naturals even more fired up as Chase Stevens went down to see if he was okay. And now, so close to the tag, Eric Young won't let him get there.
Come on, punch the hair around, punch the hair.
Forearm shot by Young. Now going to shoot Douglas off and does. Swing and a miss with the clothesline, but the high knee by Andy Douglas. It dropped Eric Young, and now he's got to get Chase Stevens in. He's got to get his partner, the fresh natural in.
Oh, absolutely. And he's just trying to get to his feet. He's using the ropes to move across. He's so close to the tag. And here comes the freshman.
Stevens in. Right hands for A1 and a right hand deck Eric Young. Numbers game here, going to take him out.
Oh, slams him down right there. 1, 2, you got it. No,
A1 still in the ring to make the save.
Good timing there on A1's part. It's just a second later and it had been over with. Again, Chase Stevens, I mentioned it, is got to feel so much better than the rest of those guys in that ring right now, but A1's using his strength.
Powerbomb by A1.
And it'll make it a level playing field in a hurry when you hit someone that hard.
Andy Douglas senses that Stevens in trouble after the powerbomb. Douglas hits the ring. We're going to try and take Big A1 up and over with a suplex. Good luck. Instead, reversed, punched up on the top. And Douglas now on the receiving end of a punch and a knife edge chop from A1, but Andy tries to fight back.
Oh, raking of the eyes there by the huge A1 as he's got a definite size advantage, but using his momentum against him is Andy Douglas, and you see Eric Young coming right to it to take up where A1 was.
All four men in the ring. Matchup is broken down here. Young from the middle rope. Oh, Andy Douglas from the top just got suplexed in back first.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that is just... Think about the height that he hit him from. And look over there as Eric Young goes over to Chase Stevens and try to sneak a quick pin.
That's the key to this match, Don. Gain that one pin and you eliminate both men from the team.
A1 comes over, takes a kick to the back of the head of Chase Stevens. You can see Eric Young yelling at Jimmy Hart down there, and Andy Douglas and Chase Stevens are reeling.
A1 in the ring with Stevens. Going to take him up from the electric chair position. Look at Jimmy Hart!
Jimmy Hart comes in and gets a little payback on Eric Young, and then sets the Naturals up for the natural disaster. Yes!
Turnabout fair play. Natural disaster.
1, 2, they got it!
Still NWA World Tag Team Champions, the Naturals.
How great is it with the Candidos here, the best friend of Chris Candido, to see the Naturals, a team that he took to the championship, retain it in that match.
The Naturals do it. Yes, they do it for the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, but they also do it for the man who brought them the gold, Chris Candido, and the Candido family at ringside. They love it as well.
I'll tell you what, these guys are for real. You know, we used to talk about how opportunistic they were. Well, you know what? They've been tag champs for a long time.
Emotional victory for Stevens and Douglas. Naturals keep the titles. October the 23rd, it's bound for glory. Don, it's been referred to as our World Series, our Super Bowl, all rolled into one. Quite honestly, the biggest event in the 3+ year history of total nonstop action wrestling comes up the weekend of October the 23rd. That's the date of the pay-per-view. But how about the Fan Fest on Saturday, October 22nd?
It's going to be a whole weekend extravaganza, a chance for you to meet your favorite TNA superstars, a chance for you to get their autographs, a chance for you to get your picture taken with them, and then, of course, watch them at Bound for Glory. But Mike, we've got 2 unbelievable title bouts coming up right now. Raven's Rules will be next.
All the details for Bound for Glory at TNAWrestling.com. Now let's send it to the back. The franchise Shane Douglas, and the man who's going to challenge for the world's title, Rhino.
Ooh, Rhino, tonight you get what you've waited an entire career for. Hell, the reason you came to TNA for. A shot at the prestigious NWA World's Heavyweight title. And I gotta ask you, as you prepare for Raven in a Raven's Rules match, what's going through that head of yours?
Franchise,
After suffering 4 years of agony, after 4 years of wrestling hell, the chains are off. No more corporate ass kissers. No more Hollywood bitches telling me how to show emotion in that ring. No, Raven, I'm gonna show you emotion in that ring. Raven, I'm gonna show you emotion. You know what, Raven? You think by having a Ravens Rules match, it's gonna help you keep your title, the NWA title. Oh, Raven, this is what I wanted. This is what I look forward to. Raven, you're gonna bleed. And as you cry tears of blood, you'll ask yourself, why did you ask for this? Raven, you've got what I want. You've got what I've always wanted, Raven! This NWA heavyweight title. Raven, tonight, I've got one word for you. And that is pain.
Turn around.
Exactly. Raven beats you, and you're gonna wait 1 year. He goes into the table. Raven fights him off. Oh, and here he goes. Oh, he's going in the table. Sets him up 1, 2, 3. Rhino goes. Sabu's too late. What does that mean? Oh my God. Rhino has just pinned the NWA World Heavyweight Champion Raven.
So for the month, you step aside, let me have your shot, let me take on Raven, I'll win the belt, and I promise you, you'll be the first in line. I promise you.
You got the title shot.
Here you go, you're coming to me.
After I beat Raven at Unbreakable.
There is a reason why I am the World Heavyweight Champion.
He's got a pizza cutter! Oh God! He's got a pizza cutter that he took to Jarrett's head!
See, I like pain, Rhino. I may be weird, I may be eccentric, but I like pain. And I know I can't say the same about you. Rhino, you may be the man-beast, but I am a human cancer, and I will eradicate you. Quote the Raven.
Raven, I'm gonna gore you. Raven, I'm gonna make you bleed.
Just gnawing right on the flesh.
Gore me once, shame on you. Gore me twice, shame on me.
I came here for the World Heavyweight title, and nobody, and I mean nobody, will stop me.
You're gonna pay, Rhino. So it is written, and so it shall come to pass.
Gore! 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 I came here for the World Heavyweight title, and nobody will stop me.
Up next, it's the second of 3 title matchups tonight at Unbreakable. The NWA World Heavyweight title at stake. Let's take a look at the raw numbers from the tail of the tape. And the numbers that jump right off the page at you would be the 30-pound weight advantage for Rhino, but the 6-year experience advantage for the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. As we witnessed earlier tonight, they're gunning for the NWA champ. While Monty Brown, Jeff Jarrett, and Jeff Hardy stake their claim, Raven must stay focused on Rhino. Last month at Sacrifice, it wasn't Jarrett who pinned Raven in the tag match. It was the man-beast Rhino who earned this title shot by pinning the NWA title holder. It was made official on the Countdown show. Tonight, Raven versus Rhino. It's no disqualification. It's anything goes. It's falls count anywhere. It's Raven's rules.
World. Introducing the challenger, weighing in at 270 pounds. He is the man beast, Rhino.
Well, Mike, today, he said the one thing that he was going to bring to Raven was pain. And
contender, and now he faces another very incredibly tough challenge in the Man-Beast Rhino.
You can see right there, Raven's rules mean there are no rules. You see chains, you see crutches, you see garbage cans. I even saw a plunger. I mean, the shopping cart's gonna be in play. That's what Raven's rules means, and this is something that he is very familiar with. We've seen so many different Raven-type matches in TNA history, and this is one that plays right up his alley.
Well, you're right. Weapons, they're not only legal, they're encouraged under Raven's rules. It's no disqualifications. Look out if you're inside the impact zone tonight, because this is false count anywhere. Look at that trash can. Wow.
I'll tell you what, for those fans that are right there at the rail, you better be careful. Just keep your eye out. Anything can be flying at you at any time.
Rhino's got a kendo stick. I think Raven has picked one up as well, and now you see the duel. Almost a sword fight with those Singapore canes.
You can see Raven right there, trying to show him a little of his
I think Raven maybe
kung fu move.
It was a broom handle maybe instead of the stick, but whatever. Vicious shots to the back and the face. First goes Rhino.
He used it to his advantage, and then he hits him with the crutch right there. And oh, this is going to be brutal, and you know it will be. As you can see him applying it right to the head right there of Rhino.
Oh, you're right, just took the crutch and raked it right across the face and the eyes of the challenger, the Man-Beast Rhino.
You know, I'm trying to think of who would have an advantage of a match of this type, and it's got to be Raven. I mean, this guy is diabolical. He's twisted. You know, we've seen him go through some of the worst tortures and pain you could go through in his history of TNA.
See what Rhino was just using there? He had the nunchucks, but he had them wrapped around the throat of the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and Raven fights back.
I'll tell you what, look at you can see the ring is just littered with different things. And again, is that the pizza cutter again? He's going right after Rhino, and you can see him trying to grind something right there into his head. I can't quite see.
Yeah, he's got some kind of a weapon, and he's raking.
It is the pizza cutter.
It was the pizza cutter. We saw the damage that did to Jeff Jarrett.
Well, we know what it can do. We've seen it happen.
He's got the two baking pans now. He's got those two tins. Gosh, look at the blood flowing from the head of Rhino after Raven used that pizza cutter as a weapon.
Obviously, he saw how effective it was against Jeff Jarrett at Sacrifice and realized, hey, it worked once, it'll work again. And he was right. Just one thing after another, and he's applying it right where he applied the pizza cutter right there. And folks, I'm going to tell you something. Get the little kids out of the room right now.
Look out, watch out.
This is going to be brutal, and if you're squeamish, I can tell you this is not the match for you. Anything and everything is in play.
Don beat the keg. I saw it here. He just put him head first right into the beer keg.
Oh, no, Rhino is busted open bad.
Be prepared, Don, to bail out the unpredictability of this match. Raven picking up a ladder. Boy, we're just feet away, just a couple of feet away from Rhino, and you see the blood just flowing out of his head.
Oh, Rhino's going to have to reach in and try to find something because it's been all Raven right now, and you can see the loss of blood already in Rhino. And then he picks up the keg right here. Oh, man!
What an advantage this is for Raven to draw blood so early in the match. But Rhino fights back, caught him a second time with that big loaded beer keg.
I mean, you're talking about what, 7,500 pounds? And you busted somebody? How many people can even pick those things up, let alone pick them up and sling them at you? Oh, the head of the head!
Directly, he took the Singapore cane and drove it right into the head of Rhino. Again, because of this loss of blood from the challenger Rhino so early in the match, as the bout progresses, that has to play right into Raven's hands, and it has to give him a huge advantage because it's going to sap the strength of Rhino.
Oh, this is brutal. Those cane shots hurt so bad. They stink so bad. And just apply it after everything else you're going through. And then you look at the crimson mask right there on the face of Rhino. And look at this. I mean, Raven's going to just right there by Rhino as he gives it to Raven, and Raven wisely realizes it's time to be smart, get out of the ring and catch his breath. But here comes Rhino, persistent, not letting up for a minute. Oh, nice chair shot right to the back of Raven. Oh, man.
Steel chair directed with authority twice to the back of the champion.
I'll tell you what, you don't hear Raven scream often, but you did right there.
Now what's Rhino gonna go for?
Oh, he's got the garbage can.
Trash can in hand and...
Oh, man, did he hit it squarely.
What a shot to the head of Raven.
Keep in mind, falls count anywhere in this match.
Part of the deal, that's part of Raven's rules.
Sometimes you forget about it. I guarantee you Raven won't.
But Rhino gonna roll Raven back into the ring, maybe because there's more weapons inside this six-sided ring that he can use for his advantage.
Well, sometimes you like to be in a familiar place also, a place where you're comfortable at. Maybe he felt a little crowded down there by the crowd. They know how much the crowd loves. Raven busted open. It was from that garbage can shot, as you can see Raven bleeding right there.
You're right, both men have been busted wide open at the head. Rhino now for several minutes has had the blood flowing, obviously the loss of strength, the trouble with the vision, but in a sense that's been influenced here because Raven has been split open as well. Trash can.
What a kick! You can see Raven holding the can for protection, and it didn't help him right there. But you wonder how much Rhino's going to have in the tank. The longer this goes, the more blood loss he's going to have. And now, though, he realizes Raven's busted open, he just grinds that foot over it.
You're right. The bottom of the boot of Rhino going directly into the face and directly into the cut. Like a charging freight train went into the corner. Raven moves out of the way. The ankle lock.
I'll tell you what, man, Raven was waiting for it. He was prepared for it, and he got right into it. Look at how Raven's pulling back. I mean, the leg is not meant to bend that way, and Raven knows it. Oh, you can just see the pain on Rhino's face as he's trying to get somewhere to break the hold.
That's what he's got to do, Don. In order to survive here, he's got to fight through that pain. He's got to shut that pain out. And in the process, he's got to try and make it to the ring ropes to get a break.
Oh, he's getting, I'll say, look at the legs of Rhino, though. I mean, this guy, oh, that's how you do it. Find another weapon to use.
You're right, he's got those legs, he's got the big legs, he's got the calves like tree trunks. He used,
wait a minute, he's got a staple gun right there, a big staple gun.
He's got the staple gun in hand. And he's headed to the NWA champion.
Oh, what's he going to, oh, he's just applying it right to the head. Oh, man, you think about those things, they're meant to go through, you know, inches, solid inches of wood right there, and it's just right into the skull.
Match has turned dramatically in the favor of the challenger. Staple gun again, right into the top of the head.
Oh, man, does that hurt. And I'm 50 feet away.
What did Rhino promise in the pre-match interview?
Pain.
And it's exactly what he's delivering. Oh, God, what a chair shot.
Well, Raven says he loves pain. He thrives on pain. Well, we're going to find out how much he does. Because Rhino is at that point where he's not feeling his pain. You can just see it. He's numb to it.
The prone body of Raven, positioned across the steel chair. This is 270 pounds from the top.
Oh, he gets out of the way, though. That's the 17 years of experience there of Raven. And Rhino takes it straight into the gut.
Rhino goes for the splash off the top. The champ rolls out of the way. And Rhino crashes down across the steel chair.
I'll tell you something, it's been done equally by both men right there. It looked like Raven had the early advantage. Rhino able to fight through everything he's gone through, and now both men can barely get to their feet.
I have to agree with you. Very competitive match. Yes, Raven had the advantage in the early going. Now it's been Rhino coming right back, but desperation moves by Raven. Series of shoulder blocks. Rhino tries to fight back, and Raven, big left hands, and then the discus clothesline.
Tell you what, you see the force there that Rhino's head hit the mat. Oh no, Raven now doing things his way.
Dropping with the lariat. Champ now senses that he's in control. Measuring him for the Raven effect. No, instead, caught him with a high running knee. That's one of the moves that he uses to try and weaken his opponent to try and set him up for that Raven Effect DDT.
Absolutely. And another thing it's good for at this point is maybe to start that blood flowing again as he applied it right to the head.
Bulldog.
1, 2, no!
The familiar offensive pattern of Raven puts him in the driver's seat. The champ is taking it to Rhino. Now he's got the steel chair, gonna position it. You know the move. He loves to use that drop toe hold into the steel chair, but Rhino cuts him off.
I'll tell you what, that was just brute force right there by Rhino. He wasn't going to have anything of it. He just went straight at him, grabbed him, and just applied the pressure into the chair, going for the pin.
Rhino had that near leg hooked, went for the cover, went for the pin. Cassidy Riley, Raven's follower, coming down the ringside to cheer him on. Riley trying to get involved in this match.
Oh, there's the DDT.
DDT. Dropped him on his head. Cassidy Riley telling Referee Rudy Charles to make the count. 2.
I'll tell you what, though, Cassidy Riley may have made a bad one. He cost him the pin right there because he was, you can see him saying he's sorry.
I think it's exactly what happened.
He was trying to do the good thing, and it ended up being the wrong thing.
The ladder right into the gut of Raven.
Oh, this is brutal, folks.
The fanatic follower of Raven, Cassidy Riley, in essence, costing him the chance right there to get the 3 count and to retain the NWA title. Let's see if Rhino can take advantage.
Oh, look at this. He's got that ladder set up there against the chair, trying to find a way to use it. Although Raven, though, has found the advantage. Oh, my gosh, he just bent the ladder right there. Did you see that? Raven just applied the power. It's over right here. 2, 1. Rhino able to get the shoulder up.
Put the 270-pound man beast. Oh, God, he just, look at that. He just bent the ladder in half, but Rhino amazingly powers out at 2.
You know, we always talk about the strength of Rhino, but Raven's showing that he's got the same strength, and I mean, that was just, oh, did you see that? Rhino using that ladder to his advantage, and he just pulled back on it, and it caught Raven right in the chin.
Well, you're right. Rhino snapped the ladder back, and the steel went directly into the face of the champion. Challenger rolls in. Can he pin him and win the title?
Oh, this is his opportunity right here, if he can get over there. 1, 2, oh, Raven, no. He got that shoulder up authority right there, too.
You can sense that there's so much at stake here. And both of these men are trying to fight through the pain because they realize that the NWA World's Heavyweight title is at stake. Now, Rhino out to the floor. Oh no, he's got that shopping cart.
I told you anything can come into play.
And he just used the shopping cart to knock down Raven.
I mean, we've seen a keg, we've seen a pizza cutter, we've seen a shopping cart.
Is he going to try and get this thing? He is. He's going to try and get it inside the ring.
Obviously, Rhino understands Raven's rules, and he has no problem playing by them.
And he's adapting very well, and he's got the NWA champion on the defensive.
But I'll tell you what, Raven, though, oh, look at this, as he goes right at him.
He just rammed the shopping cart right into the midsection and probably lower of the challenger Rhino.
You can see Rhino, oh, he breaks the foot back, the leg back with the low blow on Raven, but it's survival. He just took a shot there himself.
Oh, man. Attempted the gore. Raven missed it. Oh, drop toe hold head first into the cart.
Unbelievable as he busts right into the back of the cart. Of course, the cart can't go anywhere as it's stuck against the turnbuckles right there.
Wait a minute. Here comes Jeff. Here comes Jeff Jarrett. He took the NWA title off the broadcast table. Oh, no.
Come on, we've seen enough of him.
Wait a minute. Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy has hit the ring.
He pulls the bell out. Oh, look at this. Raven's going to take it out on Charity now.
face Christopher Daniels.
How lofty are your dreams?
A timeless battle rages.
What are you willing to sacrifice in pursuit of destiny?
One not just of flesh and blood.
How high are you daring to fly?
But of spirit and principalities.
How low will you stoop to embrace selfish desires?
For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood,
The noble,
but against principalities.
the fallen.
It's the gospel according to the fallen angel. Who will step up?
Muscle Buster,
this is just mean.
This thing is breathtaking. It's devastating, and he's got the.
Oh, man, that just tears me up every time I see it.
Who will be our shining light? Who will be TNA's saving grace?
How does anybody even consider doing such a move?
You got to be kidding me!
Will it be the real definition of animal instinct, Monty Brown?
He loves to use moves in combination.
Somebody stop that! This guy is such a force.
Boy, was that stiff.
Oh, he needs some smelling salts right there. He doesn't even know where he's at.
The moral reprobate, Raven?
Never seen anything like this in my life!
Will it be the guitar-carrying trickster Jeff Jarrett, the man who holds that responsibility, who bears that burden, who carries that cross? That man is me, and me alone.
Holy cow, and he just slams right into the table. Samoa Joe goes right through. He's not holding back for a second. Christopher Daniels, he is a monster. Christopher Daniels comes into the ring and catches Joe in the back with the X Division belt. He hits him again.
How am I supposed to be at my best if I'm always looking over my shoulder for AJ Styles? I can't keep him out. If you can't keep him out, then let him in and see what happens. Let's make it a three-way dance. Now, more than ever, I am Mr. TNA. For my heart has 6 sides, and it beats eternally. TNA, TNA, TNA. I pose the question to our fair-haired golden boy, AJ Styles, and to the irresistible Island Force, Samoa Joe. Do either of you actually believe in your heart of hearts that you are the man to curb my desire, my will, my spirit is unbreakable.
It's time for the signature division of TNA to take center stage. It's time for the X Division Championship match, and here are the X Factors. Back in August, the unbeaten Samoan submission machine, Samoan Joe, captured the Super X Cup to become the #1 contender. The Fallen Angel, X Division champion. He may have influenced the outcome last month at Sacrifice, but TNA officials insisted that AJ Styles deserves to be included in the three-way. At Unbreakable, they're gonna settle their differences. X Division title goes to the wrestler who scores the first submission or pin. Will it be Samoa Joe, the phenomenal AJ Styles, or the champion Christopher Daniels? First man headed to the ring is undefeated in TNA. He is the Samoan submission machine. He is Samoa Joe, and if there was ever a wrestler that defied that there are no limits to the X Division, it is Samoa Joe.
When you see this man, Mike, you think of one word, and that's phenomenal. There is nothing he hasn't accomplished in TNA, but this could be his toughest battle yet. We saw how tough it was with him against Samoa Joe. We saw the Iron Man matches and the things he's going through with Christopher Daniels, and now he has to deal with both of them at the same time. Can AJ get a 5th title? We'll find out.
Quite simply, the fallen angel Christopher Daniels now holds the record. He is the longest reigning X Division champion in TNA history. A reign of nearly 6 months for this 33-year-old 12-year pro. Yes, AJ Styles, you may be a 4-time X Division champion, but think of this. AJ Styles never held the X Division title for 6 months like the fallen angel. Let's send it to the ring to Jeremy Borash for the official introductions.
The following contest, live from Universal Studios Orlando, Florida, is scheduled for one fall and is a 3-way match for the X Division Championship of the World. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA official, Mr. Andrew Thomas. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first of all the challengers. In the corner to my left, weighing in at 280 pounds, from the Isle of Samoa, he is the undefeated Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Gainesville, Georgia. He weighed in this morning at 218 pounds and is TNA Wrestling's only 2-time Triple Crown winner. He is the phenomenal AJ Styles. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing from the City of Angels, he weighed in this morning at 221 pounds and is the longest reigning X Division champion in TNA history. He is the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
It is time for the X Division Championship matchup, the 3-way bout. First pin, first submission, that's the winner, that's the individual who will leave Unbreakable with the X Division gold.
It's a situation where you've got to have eyes in the back of your head, and look at this right there. Samoa Joe and AJ Styles partner up at the beginning and go right at the champion.
Yeah, the two challengers taking it right to the record holder, the 6-month reign of the fallen angel Christopher Daniels. Well, let's just say, Samoa Joe or AJ Styles, they want to end that tonight.
Well, that just goes to show you that the belt's what's important right here.
AJ says anything you can do, I can do better. Joe, that lethal, brutal, stiff kick. AJ connects as well. Joe says, watch this.
Oh, man! That's just jarring as Christopher Daniels is taking everything right there. Unbelievable that AJ Styles and Samoa Joe working together. I couldn't imagine Samoa Joe working with anybody.
Daniels gets right back up on his feet, and then he gets right knocked down just as quick by another stiff kick from Samoa Joe.
Did you see that AJ went low, Samoa Joe went high, and Christopher Daniels went down. AJ tried for a quick roll-up to get the title. Oh, it's on now.
Another one, inside cradle small package, another 2 count. AJ a 3rd time, and a 3rd near fall on Samoa Joe.
Oh, no.
Look at this. He's got the arm surfboard. He's got the arms of AJ Styles. Oh, boy, look at the way they're stretched back. Trying to crank on the elbow of AJ. Trying to pop that elbow right out of its socket. And here comes Daniels.
Did you see how Samoa Joe able to apply that leg right there in the middle to keep the pressure on AJ, keeping him down and then pulling back on the arms? Nobody can do submissions. Nice kick right there. Drop kick by the fallen angel. Wow.
Great drop kick, and at the same time, Styles was springing off the ropes. It adds even more impact to the move. Speaking of impact, look at these knife-edge chops from Joe.
Oh, man, showing you how
turns his attention to Styles. Look at these forearm shots.
Oh my gosh, he just did almost like kicking a football right there. I mean, you can just see AJ Styles going up and you can see Christopher Daniels though. Good timing on his part.
Daniels hooks the leg of Joe, and now Daniels going to slingshot in and catch AJ with a series of rights directed to the jaw. Big forearm shot for Samoa Joe, and now the champ takes over.
Oh, nice combination right there by the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. This guy has held the belt longer than anybody. You saw right there how Samoa Joe had to break that up. I mean, this is what makes this match so unique. If somebody beats somebody and you're on the outside looking in, that's your tough luck. So you gotta break it up if you can.
First pin or first submission wins the match and wins or retains the X Division title. And Samoa Joe has got the champ Daniels in a bad way. Face first into the turnbuckle. Now Joe's got AJ for a knife edge.
I mean, it's hard to believe, but when you look at it, Samoa Joe is one of the few people in this world or in this business that has never lost a match to AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels here in TNA.
You noticed how Daniels got out of the way when Joe whipped AJ into the corner. Joe with the forearm shot, and now Daniels goes in. He's got him stacked up, but Daniels gets the boot up as Joe charged in.
Oh, look at the power right there of Samoa Joe as AJ Styles feeds Christopher Daniels right to the Samoan submission machine, and he just blasts him.
Now AJ charges.
Wow, he's so fast, he's so agile, he's so quick and so athletic.
Snapped off the head scissors takeover. Joe down, AJ slow to get to his feet. Daniels also is still down at this point.
You know, it's a situation, if you can find a chance to get a breather, you take one. But you also run the risk of a pin happening while you're doing that. You really just got to have eyes in the back of your head and know what's going on at all times. And right now, AJ Styles, oh man, he just, look at the power.
He just walked right into Samoa Joe. First he took him up in a move similar to a bear hug. From there, he released him overhead with the suplex, and AJ crashed into the corner turnbuckles. And now again, Joe puts him face first, and now here comes the face wash.
Oh man, and when he does it, it just seems so much more violent than when anybody else does.
Yeah, look at the size of his legs. 280 pounds.
Great move by Daniels as he catches him and sends him on the ring, and here he goes. And he takes right through the ropes. He takes the short route. Could it be? Look at this backwards moonsault. And he hits it on Samoa Joe.
Daniels, the split leg moonsault. You're right, crashing into Joe on the floor. And boy, are they appreciative. Here in the Impact Zone, listen to him chant TNA.
Well, they know they're seeing three of the best wrestlers in the world vying for one of the most important titles. We always talk about the significance of that heavyweight title, but the X Division title. Oh, look at AJ! Did you see the gracefulness? Did you see the style? If you gotta show that again.
You gotta see this again. Watch AJ go first for the springboard. Check this out.
Look at this. Oh, man. You can't hit it any better than that.
Wow. It was like a springboard into the shooting star, then crashing right down onto both Daniels and Joe. And that's got Styles fired up.
That's got the crowd fired up as if they needed any more. They know they're seeing something special here tonight. 1, 2.
Whoa.
The power of Joe is he's just got so much strength. But you know what? It's not like he's one-on-one. It's two-on-one for everybody out there. And that's when guys like Styles and Daniels can wear down a Samoa Joe. Oh, man, AJ again. Oh, man, is that kick dead on or what?
Drop kick on target. Here's the cover. Here's 2. Nope. Only a 2 count. AJ had the leg hooked. I'm not sure that he had proper weight positioning on someone who's 280 pounds to get the pin and put him away. There you see the drop kick.
I'll tell you what, it's amazing too, because you got Samoa Joe going forwards. You've got to kick him pretty hard to completely have the body go back the other direction.
Forearm shot by Styles. Position Samoa Joe in the corner, but Daniels has now made his way back in. You talked about eyes in the back of your head. AJ turned his focus totally on Samoa Joe, and now Daniels is going to try and take control.
Man, good point. And that's what happens. I mean, you and I were focusing on the action between the two, and then you forget that the champion was out. Look at that combination right there.
Daniels
You know, when you get in that close proximity to a man of that size, you're asking for trouble. And that's what I'm talking about. And look at Joe just go one right after another. Back and forth, back and forth.
The open hand palm thrust, followed up by a series of vicious knees. Here comes Joe. Go behind by Daniels. Oh, out of the corner. Quick roll up.
One, two, wait a minute, look at this. Oh, man, again, you've got to be careful because at any point, Samoa Joe can get you into a submission order.
And he's got him locked in. He's got him locked in the clutch. Watch AJ. AJ knows he's got to break this up to survive.
Oh, man, what's that, the spiral tap?
He broke it up with the tap on the top. Wow, he had to do it. He had to do it to stay alive. Don't tell him about the replay.
Look at this, he has to use as much force as he can because he's got to make sure he breaks it up before Christopher Daniels taps out.
AJ cover. Two. No, Joe rolls the shoulder. As you look around the impact zone, you see everybody on their feet. Oh, they sense and they know that they're watching something that's very special. Daniels to his feet. Oh, he took AJ by the trunks and he just tossed him right out to the floor.
I'll tell you something, the Fallen Angel's showing why he's the longest reigning X Division champion of all time. Think of how they both ganged up on him at the beginning, and he's still standing in that ring, and twice he sent AJ out. He knows to keep AJ outside is the best way to get a win. And look at him using his balance right there to use the weight of Samoa Joe against him.
Judo basics, STO takedown by Daniels. Joe is down. Daniels at the same time, I think he's going to go for the BME. Best moonsault ever, but AJ slipped into the ring.
Yeah, that's one of those high-risk moves that's hard to do when you've got two men to watch out for instead of one. If you've got one, you know where they're at. But you're caught up. You're caught up into the fever. Oh, and you want to put the...
Listen to these kicks.
I know it. And he's got him entangled up there on the ropes. Look at this. Here comes Joe.
He's sandwich Styles and Daniels both in the corner.
And look at this. You can see Daniels is still caught.
Daniels is in no man's land. He's got the leg hook. Look out!
Oh, man! What a brutal kick by Samoa Joe!
Think of the power of 280 pounds with the size of those legs, with the size of that body, and he caught him with a drop kick right in the face.
I'll tell you what, the only thing that saved Daniels there was his foot. His leg was caught on the ropes, otherwise he'd have been pinned. I'm telling you right now is a chance. Samoa Joe should go for that pin on him, but I think he just wants to let the world know he's better than both these guys.
Yes, you damn right, this is awesome. Joe off the rope. Caught him with the inverted move.
Oh, that juice! He did it! I mean, that was brutal! That was brutal! Mike, this is everything we thought it would be and more! Joe can't believe it. He's thinking, what do I gotta do?
That's what I was gonna say. What else can I do to put either Daniels or Styles away and walk out of here with the X Division title? This time the knee to the head. And another one. Daniels in trouble here. He's got Joe hooked.
Look at the strength, unbelievable! And he uses it. He hits it.
Death Valley driver. That's 280 pounds up on his shoulders, and Daniels powered him down.
Oh, and he caught him just right, as you can see. Samoa Joe twitching right there on the mat. All three guys are down right now. Could this be it? Two. Oh no, AJ realizes he heard the referee's hands hitting the mat. He just reacted instinctively.
You're right. That pure, basic instinct of Styles stops the pin attempt. The chop for Daniels. AJ tries to elevate him up, but Daniels, he's so smart. He took his foot and he hooked the rope, and now submission move, raking the eyes, fishhooking the eyes of Samoa Joe. Styles now back in the game. He's up to the apron. Styles and Daniels fight from the top.
You can see blow after blow of each of them is AJ Styles in a very precarious position. Now Samoa Joe going up top here. All three guys. What's going to happen as you see Joe takes them both back? Unbelievable display of strength.
That's the pure raw power of Samoa Joe. He's taken the X Division by storm, and he's done exactly what we said. No, this isn't about weight limits. It's about no limits, and you're seeing it unfold right in front of your eyes.
Look at that determination of the face of Samoa Joe. He can smell it. He can smell it right now.
He's smelling the blood, and he's smelling the X Division title. Styles up, Joe caught him with a right. And another one, but AJ fights back. Series of forearm shots.
Look at this, AJ now. AJ just fired up. Just reaches in, fights something, and you can see Samoa Joe not ready for it. But now he comes back.
Open hand pull. Went for the wild swing. AJ and Zagiri doesn't connect.
No, the power of Samoa Joe again once he gets with his clutch.
Suplex, dropped him on his head. AJ crashed the back of his head, crashing down into the canvas. Muscle buster, if he can take him out of the corner. He's got him up.
Oh, here he goes.
Daniels just took the title belt.
Oh, he nails it.
Muscle buster. AJ down. Daniels took the title belt off our table. He was trying to make his way to the ring and he just slumped down.
And you can see right there, he's got it in his hand. And he went for it, but Samoa Joe saw him coming and just power smacked him around.
Just as Joe was going to go for the Kakita clutch, the rear naked choke, Daniels hits the ring with the belt. Now Joe's got the title. He's got the championship belt in his hand.
You can see Andrew Thomas going to try to take it away from him. I don't know that that's wise to take it. Oh, but look at that. Daniels kicks the belt right into the face of Samoa Joe.
The championship title belt just driven right into the head of Joe, courtesy of the Enziguri kick by Daniels. Joe dazed. Daniels slow to get back up to his feet, slow to get to the face, but AJ is too. It's a battle of wills at this point. Who's going to fight through the pain? Who's going to fight through to win the X Division title, retain it?
You're only going to get maybe one more opportunity, and you better take it because these guys are worn out. And look at this, Daniels sensing it right here, and AJ doesn't stop slinging elbows. You can't stop your motion, but look at the power. He's hit it. 1, 2. No, AJ's not going to have it.
Daniels thought that he was going to retain the X Division title. He had AJ up, he drove him down to the mat, but no, he couldn't get the 3 count.
Look at this crowd.
You can sense the appreciation. They know that they're laying it on the line. AJ up, AJ powered down.
Look at this. You can see him trying to muster up the strength, trying to find it. Is he going to go for the BME? Here he goes. Best moonsault ever, and he hits it. It's going to be over. Oh, Joe's in there.
Daniels, oh God. Then the kick, the shotgun effect of those kicks. That third one was blocked by Daniels, and he caught him with the jawbreaker.
Tell you what, anything that you can do to stop the Samoan submission machine. Here he goes. Yes.
Powered him down. I thought he was going to go for the submission. Instead, he overpowered Joe and took Samoa Joe out to the floor. Now Daniels senses that Samoa Joe's been taken out to the floor here at the impact zone.
Well, this is his opportunity. When you got that chance and a guy of that kind of power and that kind of force is out of the ring, then you got to put all your efforts into what you got to do to retain your championship, and that means you got to pin AJ Styles here and now.
Series of forearm shots. Styles shot out, toe grab for the back body drop, may hurt the champ. Can AJ come back?
Oh, he hits it and he nails it.
Inverted DDT. Gonna roll him over. Here's the pin. Let's go.
1, 2. Oh, he kicks out. What a match.
Who's going to survive? Who's going to thrive? And who's going to walk out of here with the X Division title?
You can see Samoa Joe right there, waiting for his opportunity. You can see him in the foreground. AJ Styles, though, going high risk. He knows that if he can hit this, he can put him away, and Daniels not going to let it happen.
Big poke thrust by Daniels. Rocks precipitously up on the top corner turnbuckle. Styles fights it off with right and right backer. Daniels with those right hand shots to the ribcage.
Here he goes, Daniels. If he can hit this is his opportunity.
Superplex.
He's gonna, and he does. He catches it. AJ Styles, and he caught him right on the hip right there.
Now, but Daniels is so winded at this point that it's going to take him time to regroup, recover, and go for the pin after the high impact move. And at the same time, look who's back in the ring.
And he let those two guys wear each other out. Samoa Joe realizes it. 1, 2. Does he get it? No. And he goes over to AJ.
Now he's got the style. 2. Near falls for Samoa Joe on both Styles and Daniels. And now he's got Daniels up for the powerbomb.
You just wonder, oh, here we go.
STF. He's got the leg hook and he's got the crossface applied. STF submission hold.
AJ Styles is going to have to break this up if he wants any kind of a chance. And he doesn't look like he even realizes what's going on. Is he going to tap out? Is he going to tap out?
Daniels fighting through the pain, realizes that the second that he taps, he loses the X Division title. Joe's got him hooked. Daniels close to the ropes.
He knows he's close to the ropes. He can sense him. He can see him out of the one eye, and he gets a hold of it. Great job right there by Christopher Daniels.
AJ on the far side of the ring slowly makes his way up, but Joe realizes that he has Daniels sufficiently weakened, and now he's got to try and put him away. First the headbutt, right hand.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what, when he hits you, you can feel it all the way through the building.
Big uppercut shots by Joe, rocking the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Oh, the Pele! Out of nowhere! The Pele! And does he have the strength to do it? Look at the strength! He's got him!
He's got him up in a rack! Butcher rack! Submission!
It's unbelievable! He slams it down! 1, 2! He's got it! No! Unbelievable!
How about AJ Styles taking the 280-pounder up in the rack?
Oh, headbutt right there by Christopher Daniels. Oh, unbelievable. AJ, how can you even have the strength at this point?
Stack him up, takes Styles, slams him across the chest of Joe.
Listen to the crowd.
Daniels gonna try and suplex Styles. Takes him up, AJ floats over, could go behind. Series of elbows by Daniels.
Oh, look at this! He's got it, he rolled him up! Oh, he's going for the clash!
Styles climbs!
No, he hits it! Here it is!
And he rolled over and win the title! Here's
1, 2, no! Joe gets in there and breaks it up!
Just at the last split second, Samoa Joe breaks up the pin, and all three are still alive.
Oh, look at there. AJ gets thrown outside of the ring.
That's the smart strategy.
Yes.
Take AJ out to the floor. Concentrate your efforts on one man. It's now Joe and Daniels to fight it out.
I'll tell you what, just when you thought, look at that, what a move! Daniels goes down, and the momentum takes Joe all the way out to the floor, and he lands on the concrete.
Perfect timing by the fallen angel Christopher Daniels. The drop down move, and Joe goes right through the ring ropes and crashes and burns on the arena floor. Daniels shakes his head, gonna try and pull the cobweb. AJ rolls back in. Joe still out on the arena floor. Daniels.
This is his opportunity right here, and AJ fights back.
Both men, mid-ring exchange. Who's gonna get the better of it?
It's just become fisticuffs right now. It's a matter of just, let's throw the technique out the window and blow after blow as AJ trying to take him down one after another.
Rights and lefts from the phenomenal one. Then the chop to the chest, but the shortcut by Daniels as he caught him, raked the eyes, and then the forearm shot turns it in his favor.
I call it survival right there. Is he going to set him up? He's got him in the angel's wings. And here it goes.
AJ fights it off.
He knows, but he sends it back. 1, 2. AJ's got it. He's got it.
AJ's won the title.
The winner of the match and new X Division champion of the world, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
5-time champion. What a way to counter the angel's wings. Daniels can't believe it.
The end result is that the phenomenal AJ wrestling history. Samoa Joe taking out. Samoa Joe still undefeated.
That's right. He wasn't pinned, but he couldn't do himself any good when he was on the outside looking in, and he couldn't get up in time. AJ Styles able to counter the Angels wing, Mike. Absolutely phenomenal effort by all three wrestlers.
Let's soak it in. They're standing as one in the Impact Zone. They're appreciative of the efforts of all three men. But down deep, they love the phenomenal AJ Styles. Can we top this? We're going to do our damnedest when we return October 23 at Bound for